not sure what I should make the brightness exactly. Or the exposure, rather. I guess this is fine. This is fine. Okay, I think I have everything figured out here. This setup was a little finicky. There's a lot that went into it. Gotta make sure I have my pointer. W stream. Wow, already JJZ. Congratulations being the first message of the stream. What's up, silly girl? What's up, Cuban cat? Live streaming class. Well, something like that. We are going to be talking about class in this classroom. So, yeah, that's it has bearing on what we're doing. Touch grass 18. Thanks for the follow. Normally, I would be touching grass during these streams. You caught me on the one stream where I'm not. What's up, Noel Raven? Hail, Gaming Time, EDU, Hated Mistakes, Unsafeable, Bacon and Eggs, all these names, bro. It's beautiful. Yeah, the one time I'm not touching grass is today. My day's going good, guys. It's a little bit different of a stream than... Okay, hold on. I gotta... Let me make sure I don't kick the tripod anymore. Well, if you had any doubts about it being real, I think that just confirmed it. How's that? W angle? Okay, I think that's good. What a throwback. Yeah, MC, you're about the only person who's going to recognize this room. But it really just ended up being this room because I wanted to do a classroom, and this was like a room I could trust. So... not too many classrooms in this building. It's not too busy, but it is very much a classroom. Like we got the projector up here. We got the old analog clock on the wall, all the rows of desks and shit, the lights, windows, the door. It's great. Next semester, I should go to a normal place. Well, JJZ, it's funny that you say that because, chat, the reason I am in a classroom today for today's stream, I don't know if y'all have looked at the title. This is not a normal Austin the Wingman stream. We're going to be talking exclusively about the class series. All right, you know the class series, chat. Type 1. Type 1 if you know what the class series is, okay? Type 1 if that rings a bell. Type 2 if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Odds are the majority of people here are going to know what I'm talking about, hopefully, especially the people on YouTube. Okay, we got a few ones, a few twos. People on Twitch don't know. That's expected. One for each day. All right, chat. So we actually have more twos than I was expecting. So for those of you who don't know, I did this series where, and it was a short form series. I posted it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all these platforms, where I attended my online class from a different place every single class session. And the goal was to see if the professor would notice or if the professor would say anything. And I've been doing this since, what's the date on this video? If the sidebars would load. Sometime in October of last year. So it's been a while. I guess this video doesn't want to load right now. Hopefully that's okay. Day 1 of attending my... Oh, now you want to load, you little bitch. I even went back. How did it start playing? Okay. Where's the description on here? YouTube is so goofy on how to do this. November 1st. The first time I posted a video in this series was November 1st, but I started it in October. Actually, this is incorrect. This is incorrect, and let me show you why. I'm not logged in on Instagram. Okay, hold on a second. That's wrong because I wasn't posting on YouTube originally. Hold on a second here. Came from Insta? Hell yeah. Okay, I gave the wrong password. I was like, that's the right password, bro. No, I did have something wrong. Okay. Now I gotta, this is, I didn't log into Instagram beforehand. I didn't think this would be such a big deal, but now I gotta give him my authentication code. Instagram forced me to have this, actually. I got so much motion that, like, I have to have a 6-digit code, 2-factor authentication every time I log in, bro. The class series is how you found me? Really? I didn't know that. Well, that's cool, Cuban cat. Okay. This is Instagram. I was posting on Instagram and TikTok initially and started doing YouTube later. October 15th. Now this is a much more reasonable date. October 15th, 2025. That's when I started this series, okay? That's like what? Over 6 months ago. Over half a year, this series has been a part of my life to some extent. And somebody on YouTube, JJZ, I think that was the person's name, JJZ said, Austin, you should continue this in your next semester. You should do some new spots in your next semester. Well, chat, if you recall, at the end of the first season, the end of the fall semester, let me show you. I can't fast forward here. I'm just going to need to go to YouTube.
Day 14 of a 10.
Like, why is YouTube like this?
Day 10.
Did I select day 14? No, I selected day 6.
5,
Okay, look. This was the end of the fall semester, the last day of class of the fall semester.
What? Okay, we've had our fun.
Mission accomplished. This has been an amazing series. Should I run it back next semester?
You see, I teased a season 2. And the comments were like, we need a season 2! Run it back! Season 2 needs to be even more insane. I'm like, okay, people want it to happen, so I did it. But you'll notice at the end of day 15, which was the last day of class for this semester, there was no such teasing of season 3. Bang. This has been an unbelievable series. Thank you for all the support. It's been a pleasure. Why was that, chat? Why was that? Why was there no teasing of a season 3? Y'all tell me, Austin, you gotta run it back for season 3. You gotta keep the class series going next semester. Well, chat, I got something to tell you. Unfortunately, for you guys who are fans of the series, and I'm a fan of the series as well, there will be no next semester, chat. There will be no next semester. Anyone able to think of any idea as to why there won't be a next semester, chat? Why wouldn't there be a next semester, huh? Why wouldn't there be a next semester for me to do season 3? Any ideas as to why, huh? Any ideas as to why that would be? I'm gonna tell you right now. It's because your boy is gonna fucking graduate. That's right. 4th year of college. I am a senior, chat, if y'all didn't know. I am a senior in college. And this is my last semester. I graduate in, what day is it? April 20th. I graduate in like 2 weeks. I graduate in 2 weeks. So chat, there is no next semester for me, okay? So it's kind of hard to run back the class series when I'm not taking any classes to attend from weird places. So your boy's graduating, and it's bittersweet because this series, which has been such a big part of my life for the last year, I can't really, it's over. It's basically over, you know? I'm not going to be an honest to God student taking honest to God online classes at a real university with real fellow students. Like this series was totally real and genuine and an honest part of my life I was sharing with the world. I'm graduating. As long as I pass my math class. We'll get into that. But I'm going to graduate this semester, so there won't be any more classes for me to take. So chat, how am I going to do a season 3? You know? Time to enroll into a new college. I could do a master's, I guess, but like, dude, I'm going to be done with school. Like the last day of all classes is this Wednesday. And then there's 2 reading days, they call them, and then it's exam week. But I don't even have any exams during exam week. I think my last day doing shit for school, like my last big day is Wednesday. And after that, it's basically over. I'm going to graduate. So I can't really do a season 3, chat. I can't. That's why I didn't tease it at the end of this video like I did last semester, because I'm not going to be in college anymore. So computer engineering is my major. Hated mistakes. Computer engineering. What's up, ya boy, Chris? I should stream mid-graduation ceremony. Should I stream during graduation, chat? What do y'all think of that? Is that a good idea? But yeah, I'll be graduating, so it's going to be kind of hard to, basically impossible to keep the series going. But chat, I'm not ready to give up on the series yet. I'm not ready to say goodbye.
Day 15 of
I did not, I guess I did kind of press that. Why is this not working now? Okay, I guess YouTube is weird. I have an extension that's bugging out, but I'm not ready to quite compartmentalize the class series yet. It's still a big piece of me, and it just ended like yesterday. Like I just posted the last video yesterday, so it's still pretty fresh, and I want to talk about it, chat, because the 30-second videos you see about each day of the series, they are not reflective of what really goes into this. And I'm not gonna like try and like beat a dead horse saying I put so much fucking effort into this, you need to praise me. It's just like I want to bring you behind the curtain and show you what has really gone into this series and how it came to be, because it's kind of special in that way. I think now's the time where I'm going to start the TikTok live. I am going to be live on TikTok. Stream's probably going to shit the bed there, but I owe it to TikTok because it's where I've been posting a lot of these videos, and a lot of people who join my lives on TikTok know about the series and are like, oh my god, attend from this place, blah, blah, blah. So can I re-chat? Yes, I do, EDU. Season 2 when? Season 2 is over. Hello? Have you not been paying attention? Season 2 ended yesterday. Actually, it really ended on Thursday last week, but I posted the last video yesterday. And we're going to be recapping it. We have a tier list here. I don't know if you guys have seen. What was that bang? See, chat, we do things for real. This is an actual classroom in an actual building of my university. Like, this ain't a green screen. Like, this isn't a green screen, bro. So this is an actual classroom. We should be okay. There haven't been classes in this room for hours today. But they may host exams in here. So I don't know what's going to happen. People could come in. This is a public place. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like a green screen because of the outfit. Really interesting. Stream my job when I get my degree, maybe. But yeah, we're going to be ranking each day of the class series. We're going to be discussing each day of the class series in detail because I deserve it. I owe it that, bro. I owe it that. All right. I'm going to go live on TikTok now. I don't expect to get a crazy amount of views, but I could. I don't know. But I ought to be live on TikTok because TikTok has seen a lot of this and test. What is this banging, bro? What is all this banging? Oh, I'm dumb, actually. Wait a minute. Why did I do this? Wait, I'm actually stupid. Oh, this is going to take me a bit of time to set up then because I wasn't thinking straight. Shit. I think it's funny when people say it's a green screen. I mean, it's even possible they could say it today. Although it's, once again, not a green screen. Surprise, surprise, it's real. Like, okay. Then I guess we'll just... I tried so hard to get all this shit set up beforehand, but, you know, there's always something that I forget. Okay. I guess we'll go back to here and we'll turn off the goal. Keep the alerts on. Okay. Go live. All right, bro. This will be interesting to see how this goes. Okay, they can hear me. Audio's on. Okay, nice. Stream graduation. I think graduation is going to be streamed. Like, I kicked my fucking tripod again. I think there is going to be a live stream of my graduation. But do I really want to give that out to people? I don't. Maybe if it's a public link or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I haven't decided on that. So okay, I'm moving stuff I don't want to move. Great. What's up, Dylan Kid? How you doing, bro? Put this here. Yo, what's good? Good to see y'all. Different sort of stream today. We're going to be recapping the class series. Anybody on TikTok know what the class series is? Does that ring a bell to anybody? What's up, Tristan? How have I been? I'm great. I'm even better that you've asked it 10 times, EDU. Now that I'm in my cap and gown, it does look like a green screen. How does it look more like a green screen with a cap and gown on? I don't understand. You watch all of them. That's awesome, Dylan, because we're going to be talking about that series today. Please say your name. What's up, August? Okay. So, chat, let's go back to the humble beginnings. Thanks for the heart me, not Mike. Let's go back to the humble beginnings of the class series, all right? Y'all remember, don't you? Very first day. I think we'll show Instagram because Instagram is where I've gotten the most views for these videos. So, how did the class series come about? Does anybody know the history of the class series? Does anybody actually know the lore? Are we in a college? We're in a classroom at a college building. So, technically, yes. Does anybody know the lore? Walk in the back of the classroom. All right, toxic. I mean, you should know. If you know the class series, you should know I do this stuff for real. But we'll go ahead and prove it's not a green screen. Someone follow on Twitch, thanks. It's kind of far away. I couldn't really see that one. Oh, it's real. Yeah, it's real, bro. We don't fake this stuff. Okay. Anyways, I was a YouTube sub. Man, they always bait me, bro. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was testing this beforehand. I'm like, I gotta have my cap, like, facing backwards. I'm your idol? Hell yeah, Gage. Well, your idol is live right now. Very special moment. Sit on one of the sits? What the fuck does that mean, Tristan? You can't because you're a kid. You can't donate all your money. Well, maybe that's a good thing. That's not the smartest financial decision, I suppose. All right, chat. Does anybody remember the lore of the class series? You don't know the lore, Cuban Cat. You ain't a true fan then, bro. I'm going to tell y'all right now. The lore isn't exactly a secret. Let's watch the first video together, okay?
Online. Day one of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. Last class, somebody recognized me from my live streams and told me to ask my next question from outside of a Walmart. So we're here today to make it happen.
That's it. That's the lore. It was not an epiphany for me, okay? I did not wake up one day and say, hey, I'm taking this class online. I think I should start attending it from weird places. No. 4 or 5 weeks into the semester, you know, this class meets once a week. It's a class I actually had to take for my major. It was like, it counted as like an enrichment elective, I think. So it was actually like giving me credits I needed to graduate. And it was 1 credit class. People recommended it, so I took it. And in this class, the way it's structured, or the way it was structured, is every class we would have to write a 500-page research paper on a guest speaker who was going to present to the class. Every week we'd have a guest speaker. It's a pretty cool class. And they'd talk about, what was the focus of the class? Just engineering, their journey with fucking whatever they do. They gain perspective on their lives, companies. I forget what the class was called. But it had to do with basically just, not entrepreneurship, but companies and engineering, that kind of shit. We'd have guest speakers every week from the industry, whatever. And we'd have to write an essay on them and come up with 3 questions we wanted to ask them during the class. And this is how we got our participation points. So after the guest speaker does their spiel, we ask them a question, and that's how we get participation points. So I'm in this class for 4 or 5 weeks. We're getting into the groove of the semester. It's like October at this point, so it's been a few weeks. And I'm taking it like a normal class. Thanks for the heart me and 2 roses. I'm treating this just like a normal class. I'm attending it in my room like a boring old loser, but I'm asking questions. During this time, I don't know the exact dates. I'm going to have to check this here. Oh, there it is. There's the top video right there. This is what I was looking for. No. When did I post this video? Don't dislike it. October 19th. Okay, so it wasn't the Dave and Buster's short. It wasn't the Dave and Buster's short that propelled this series into stardom. But it was other stuff I was doing regardless. So this guy in my class, and I mentioned it in this video.
Day one of attending my online class from
This guy Jaden. I ask a question during class, and after I'm done asking the question, this guy Jaden sends me a private message on Zoom. It says, "Hey, ask your next question outside of a Walmart." You can tell the timestamps. This message was sent first. And he sent that because he had recognized me. A few people had recognized me leading up to this. So it wasn't the first time, but like, your boy's hitting the big leagues. He's getting recognized on campus now. So this guy Jaden, who's in my class, recognized me while I was asking my question. And because the class is set up, you ask questions once a week. He's like, "Hey, ask your next question outside of a Walmart." And I thought that shit was hilarious. I sent it to all my friends. I think I sent it to my Discord server. So, did bro graduate? Oh, Milo the Great. As long as I don't fail my math class, your boy's gonna graduate. That's why there won't be any more videos in this class series. But yeah, this guy Jaden, he recognized me. And he jokingly says this because at the time I was streaming outside of businesses and shit, and I guess my clips were popping off, whatever. So he says, "Can you ask your next question outside of a Walmart?" Obviously, it's a joke. And I messaged back, "Oh my God, this is crazy." He said, "Yo, my TikToks, or your TikToks are on my For You page. I fuck with the streams, whatever." Nice, wholesome moment. It's lovely, whatever. But I got to thinking, what if I actually did it? What if I actually did that shit, huh? What if I actually did it? So that was the plan. The original plan was this was not going to be a series. Computer engineering, that's my major, Omelet Man. This was not going to be a series necessarily. This was going to be a one-off, silly little video where it's like, oh my God, this guy recognized me from my streams and he told me to ask my next question outside of a Walmart. So we're actually going to do it. We're at a Walmart today and we're going to do it and we're going to get his reaction. That's what it was. I was going to get Jaden's reaction. But as you'll see in this video, that didn't quite go according to plan. There's from New York, actually, and he ended up down here in Florida, too. I'm just curious what here's me asking the question, sat outside of a Walmart. Thanks, Good Luck VR, for the follow. Thanks for the cactus, Milo the Great. What motivated you to come down to Florida?
No, it was my family. I came down here in 5th grade.
Nobody gave a shit. Nobody said anything. Nobody did. I couldn't, like, this, and I don't think it looked that much like a green screen. Nobody commented on this at all during class.
My professor even got on to me later in the meeting for not paying attention, but didn't say a word about my background. The worst part, the guy who asked me to do all this skipped class and completely missed it.
Jaden skipped class. Jaden skipped class. The whole point of this video was to get his reaction to me actually being outside of a Walmart asking him the question. And he didn't show up to class. I was looking through the Zoom listing of people, trying to find, he wasn't there. I'm like, oh my God, he's not here. And I found his Instagram. I sent him a message. I'm like, bro, please join the Zoom meeting for class right now. He's like, I can't. Why? What's going on? And I sent him the screenshot of the meeting where you could see him outside of a Walmart. And his reaction was great. No, why is this the one class I missed? And he even commented right here. Thanks for the rose, hee hee hee. So, bro, the whole point of this original video was to get Jaden's reaction. And Jaden didn't show up to class. I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. I was so fucking embarrassed. It was so because nobody commented on it. I felt like a fool. It sucked, bro. It sucked. Not embarrassed from like being in front of Walmart and people seeing me, but just like people in the class not giving a shit. Ugh, so embarrassing. Aren't I the Minecraft builder dude? I sure am, G-Wit. How'd you know? It was so embarrassing, bro. And I didn't really know what to do with this video at this point because like the whole point was gone. Like Jaden wasn't there. He didn't see the reaction. But MC, is MC still watching? This viewer in my Discord server who was like the most active person back then and still is probably the most active person now. She said, why don't you turn it into a series and say, hey, you know, what about we're doing it until the professor notices? And I thought about that. And eventually that's what I ended up doing. Reformatted it a little bit. And now we have the series. And
Day one of attending my online class from weird places until my professor noticed.
that's how this video started. But here's the thing, chat. This series was almost dead in the water before it even started, okay? Because there's another crop of this video that I almost posted, but at the last moment decided not to. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Never before seen content from the class series. Watch this video, bro.
Day 1 of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. Last class, somebody recognized me from my live streams and told me to ask my next question from outside of a Walmart.
So we're here today to make it happen.
We have guest speakers every week and we're required to ask questions with our cameras on, so I was sure I'd raise some eyebrows.
My grandfather's from New York. I think the rest of the video is the same. Do you see a problem with that video? The problem is the hook is ass. This is... No, that's not right. This is the very first frame. This is the first frame of the video.
Day 1 of attending my online class from weird...
I think that's the first time you could see the Walmart, and it isn't even clear. And I need this... This background sucks. It's not like a crumpled paper background like I ended up doing. And then I do have the time-lapse me building the setup. Oh, you guys can't see. That's true. I forgot that TikTok can't see. Damn it. All right, well, I'll go ahead and show it then.
Day 1 of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. Last class, somebody recognized me from my live streams and told me to ask my next question from outside of a Walmart.
So we're here today to make it happen.
We have guest speakers every week and we're required to ask questions with our cameras on, so I was sure I'd raise some eyebrows.
My grandfather's from... That's the video. And the hook is so bad, and I needlessly explain the structure of the class, and I decided right before I posted, I'm going to edit this. Like, this was literally a final version. I was getting ready to post it, had it scheduled, and like half an hour before it was going to be posted, I'm like, I need to redo this. And I'm sitting in class, re-editing it, making it better. And I think the reason this series has performed so well is because of the hooks, because of the time-lapse shots, me building the setup where it's someplace weird.
Day 1 of it.
You could tell it's clearly a laptop, and I think that's what gets people roped in. So... This is the last video I will make of the series. Yeah, K-Whip, because I'm graduating, bro. There's no more class to be had. It's crazy. So, big thanks to Jaden and MC. They are literally the only reasons that this series existed. Jaden planted the seed, MC watered it, and I took it from there, bro. This series would not exist if Jaden didn't send that one single message to me during Zoom class, bro. He's the whole reason. And MC's the reason it took a series format and actually, like, had a good structure. Ended up taking off, bro. Bro's going to have to start attending community college courses. Honestly, maybe. What else do I make? K-Whip, we're going to talk about that at the end, if you can stick around that long. So Jaden and MC, they're the main people, bro. And I'm going to cut them in, bro. I'm going to give them their due. From there, actually, we need to rank this, bro. So we need to rank these. I'm ranking each day of the class series, bro. Walmart was pretty cool, but Speaker didn't give a shit. Nobody noticed. It was kind of like, I think it's a solid B tier. I think day 1 is B tier because it was a great start. It was an interesting start, but like not the craziest place I could have done. And I don't know. It was a good beginning. It was a good start. But now we end up with day 2. So Instagram was the platform this series got the most views on by far. Let me see if I can find... I think I have a screenshot right around here of the views as it was starting to pick up. Let's see if I can find this. Any day now. Oh, this is a screenshot. I guess this works. So I posted this on October 15th. This is 3 days later on October 18th. And as you can see, I hit 1,000 followers. That's why I took this screenshot. And 220K views on Instagram on this video in 3 days, which is unbelievable. What's also unbelievable is how my phone won't focus. Okay, 220,000 views. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. 1,000 followers on Instagram. Instagram was dead in the water for so long, bro. Series started to blow up, and Instagram was the platform I was getting the most views on. So, originally the idea was, okay, I'm going to, like, base the places off of what the comments say, but like to a T. So like the top comment decides the series or decides the next place. And what ended up happening with that is it was actually a pretty close battle here. I don't know if I can find the comments. that I'm looking for here. Active racing track has 3,300. Inside of Chuck E. Cheese, this was like the second most liked comment for a long time. But then it overtook McDonald's like right at the end. But I'm trying to find the McDonald's comment here. Because that's the reason I ended up at McDonald's for day 2. Somebody said inside of McDonald's, and I literally can't find the comment anymore. And like towards the end, this the Chuck E. Cheese comment took over, but by the time I was committed to the idea, it was McDonald's. So somebody commented on this video on Instagram, and that's the reason I ended up inside of McDonald's. And I think this is one of the weaker days. The hook isn't as good, but I am at an actual table. I guess we'll just watch the video together. I haven't
Day
watched
2
this
of
in a
attending my
while.
online class from weird places until my professor notices. You guys gave me some great ideas, but the most popular one was inside of a
Okay, well, here's the comment when it had a lot less likes. This was the most liked one at the time across all platforms.
So we're here today to make it happen.
I went to a local McDonald's in my city, scoped it out a few days before, found a spot that I could do it at. The internet was good, so it could handle attending class.
I read that you started your first business in 2015.
inside.
In the decades since, a lot has changed. How do you think social media
Thanks for the sub, Vatan.
has impacted the rise of startups?
Social media. There's definitely a lot of noise.
This day was unique because I ordered a drink and some food.
Social media. It's a great thing that we
I was
utilize
actively
to
consuming
as a
both.
business.
Still,
During class.
nobody noticed. Does nobody care? I munched on my fries for the rest of class with people walking by behind me, and my professor still didn't say a word to me. I guess we live to see day 3.
So the series continued. Professor didn't notice. Neither the first 2 days he said anything, bro. How am I in an actual classroom? Bro, I'm at my university's campus. This is where you're supposed to attend class. I finally am attending it from here. Yeah, good Wi-Fi McDonald's for once. So, day 2 was cool. It was cool that I listened to a comment. But you can tell by the viewership that, like, it's the lowest viewed video in the series, I think. Besides, like, the recent stuff, it's the lowest viewed video in the series. It didn't feel like it was outside of the norm that much. C tier. Not my favorite video. Not my favorite video. It was cool that I listened to a comment, but just not the best video. Not the best video. But you know, that's how it happens sometimes. Day 3, we ramped it up a notch. So the original plan for day 3 was I was going to attend class by a highway. Sound familiar at all? But that didn't work out because it was due to rain between like 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. And the class last semester was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So it was going to rain, and like it's hard to be by a highway if it's raining. So I'm like, shit, I gotta have some kind of backup plan. So bathroom was a very popular suggestion. So I'm like, okay, I'll do a bathroom. So I'm walking across campus to a building that I know will be reasonably empty. I won't have to deal with too many people. And I'm going to set up in one of their bathrooms. But as I'm walking past my university's football stadium, I notice it's open to the public, which it often is on some days. And I got to thinking, what if I attended class from those bathrooms instead of just a rinky-dink handicap stall, which is what the original plan was? So I decided to take a detour, and I went into my stadium. And as you can see, this was legit. So many people have commented on this video saying, "Oh my god, that is the biggest bathroom I've ever seen. Where did you find this?" And like, it's so funny because literally I went all out with this bathroom, bro. It was unbelievable. Am I in school? I am out of school, and I am currently in school, yes. And I am going to be graduating, noob. So, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, over 20 urinals. Over 20 urinals. I think this is an unbelievable opening shot, okay? Outside of a Walmart is cool, but this hook right here, this is where the ball got rolling for the series. Day 3, like day 1 and 2 did well. Day 3 actually got the series to get somewhere. Shit started happening on day 3. Let's watch this shit, bro.
Day 3 of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. A lot of people have been telling me to do it in a bathroom.
So we're here today to make it happen.
I was whispering there because I heard all this noise. I'm sitting in this bathroom. So here's the thing. Thanks for the rose, Earth. Like, the football stadium is open to the public, right? But like you can go up to higher floors, and there's bathrooms on those floors, but those bathrooms weren't unlocked. At least they weren't supposed to be. These bathrooms are so big that there's an entrance door and there's an exit door. The entrance door was locked, but the exit door was open just a crack. Pun intended. So I decided, I guess I could go in here. And I tried to lock the door behind me, and it wouldn't lock. So that was the reason it was open. The lock was broken. So I wasn't really supposed to be in this bathroom, and I was like low-key nervous the whole time because I got there like an hour early. And I was really nervous. I kept hearing all these noises going past. So I was whispering in that shot, really hoping I wouldn't get the attention of people who'd kick me out before class started. Luckily, nobody came in. I never saw anybody, but I was really nervous about that. Touched the table behind me. It's real. I don't like. Can't we be past this, bro? Yeah, the fart effect was like on point for this video, don't you think, MC? I love that shit. Yeah, we're gonna be graduating, bro. All right. So yeah, I was nervous this whole time, and you know, I don't know if I'd do a bathroom today, especially with my last professor. I feel like a bathroom is like almost delving into territory where it's like, nah, you can't do that. Like, I wouldn't attend class from a strip club, chat. People were suggesting attend class at a strip club. That's not going to happen. I don't think I'd ever do that, just because of like bad reputation. But a bathroom is veering on that territory, so I don't know if I'd do it today, but I'm glad I did back in the past.
Listening to my professor yap for the first 20 minutes of class, I raised my virtual hand to ask a question like I always do, but he had something to say to me first.
I hate to do this, but let me call on the young man in the bathroom.
You hear that? You hear that? When I heard those words, it's like, oh, it's over already? Day 3, it's over? That's it? We only lasted 3 days before he noticed, before he commented on it? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, we got Wook Luke something. He changed his name every day. How many subs did you give me? How much money did you throw in my face? Let's see. Holy shit, 10 gifted oh my goodness. Thanks, Luke. Holy crap. Wow, very generous, bro. That is good to see you, bro. Little grad gift, proud of me, big dog. Hey, appreciate it. Aren't you graduating this semester too? Gotta return the favor then. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm graduating. As you could tell, I'm all dressed up nice. Happy 420 to you as well, Santos. Wow, that's crazy. Next semester. Okay, so your time is coming soon, huh? Wow. W Luke, bro. Shout out Luke. He does some pretty cool Minecraft streams if you're interested in that kind of stuff. You gotta check him out. I gotta wait for these alerts sounds to stop. Pause the stream so you can grab some chips. Well, K-Whip, this is a perfect time because we gotta wait for the sound to stop. Thanks, Alexis. Good to see you. Thanks for the hand heart and the heart me. I'm 22 years old. Let create art. You're good, Lo. I don't. I'm probably there's probably a way to make it only sound once, but when's my next logo building stream? It could be on Thursday. Could very well be on Thursday. We'll see. Yeah, Dinioma got a sub. You graduated in December of last year. Well, congratulations to you, Alexis. That's awesome, bro. You just watched Day 15, noob. What'd you think? What'd you think of the finale? Okay. It's probably the last one, right? I should do my next short on a movie set, maybe. If any movie set would be willing to have me there. That actually would be kind of fire. That's got to be the last one, right? Do I like eggs? I do like eggs notification. They're pretty good. I like omelets. They're very yummy. This is like the only one that looks like a green screen. Can I switch the lights? I mean, I could turn off my ring light. I don't really want to get up and fuck around with the lights. Does it look real now? Turned off my ring light for you. It's real. I don't fake this stuff. Come on, bro. Your brother graduates in 2 weeks? Hell yeah. Shout out to him, bro. Build the Dave & Buster's logo since they gave me food. I've thought about it, Logosaur. But that's a really difficult logo, so I'm not sure. We'll see. You foresee a mattress firm in our future? Maybe, Luke. I hope we can figure out something. We'll see, bro. Okay. Anyways, where were we? So yeah, when my professor said, I hate to do this, but let me call in the young man in the bathroom, I'm like, oh my God, the series is over after only 3 days. And I was set on it being over.
Seriously, change the background. It's freaking me out.
He was a good sport about it. He was a good sport. You hear what he said? Change the background. So he didn't know if it was real, I guess. But he was a good sport. He was smiling, laughing about it. So that was good. This could have gone bad, you know.
Sorry. He actually noticed. With how things were going, I didn't think he was ever going to notice. Wow. It's over.
And that's real. That's real. When that happened, I'm like, dude, the series is done. It's done. Like, it's over. My professor noticed, chat. The series is until my professor notices. The professor noticed, okay? You got to go live and finish your video. I hope you could finish that soon, bro. Those damn keyboards are just getting tortured by you nonstop. Good luck, Luke. But can I throw something? Is there anything I feel comfortable throwing? Silica gel packet from my graduation material. So, yeah. I was fully convinced the series was over, like, because until my professor noticed, the professor noticed. So the series is over. But I post this video, and it gains more traction than the other ones, as you can see.
Day 3 of it.
Just on Instagram alone, like day 1 and day 2 combined, it has just barely more. And I'd have to check YouTube to see. What is it? What was it like on YouTube? Oh yeah, double day 1 and day 2 combined. Like, this had way more views. I think because of the hook, the idea of it, the commitment, and the fact the professor commented on it. So this got a lot of traction on every platform. I don't know how much that, like, am I logged into TikTok? Let's see. I guess I don't need to be logged in. I could just search. I keep seeing this. I need to collab with this guy. Have y'all seen this guy?
Park that Big Mac truck.
He dances in weird places, mainly outside of like intersections and shit. I'm like, I need to collab with this guy. He's live right now. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Oh, there's some private videos for you. All right, yeah, day 1 and day 2, day 3 still has more views. So like clearly, day 3 set things in motion here, and the response was so strong on day 3. With people coping and saying, oh, he thinks it's a background. He thinks it's a background. Keep going and... No, that's not quite the comment I was looking for. Keep going. This series is fire. 1,700 likes. Keep doing it until he notices it's not a background. 2,100 likes. Okay, so like... People were coping and saying, oh, he doesn't know it's real. You got to keep it going. And and some people were just like, you just got to keep it going in general. It's so fun. So I'm like, shit. People want me to continue the series. I was not going to continue. And I was so bummed about it because I really wanted to do the highway. And I was going to do the highway for day 3, but it was raining. And I'm like, shit, I can't do it now. But people wanted me to continue it so badly. I'm like, shit, I guess it's true. He thinks it's a background. He doesn't know it's real yet. We could continue it. The people have spoken. So I decided to continue it. And that was not the plan originally. I was going to end on day 3. But people spoke, bro. They wanted me to continue it so badly. So... Day 4 came about. And if you thought day 3 blew day 1 and day 2 out of the water, holy shit, do you see the view count on this? Let's just watch the video, bro. What's up, Colton?
Day 4 of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. You guys were adamant that I keep this series going. So we were back at it from the side of a highway. I was getting ready to ask the guest speaker a question, but he had something to say to me first.
Austin, are you in a highway?
Something like that.
Why are you in a highway?
Just wanted a different experience, you know?
All right, fair enough. I respect that. Strong answer. I like it.
And obviously, my professor heard all of it.
Thanks for the 100 bits.
Most underrated streamer road, I swear.
PC Glazer, yo, shout out to you. Appreciate it, man. How you doing?
And he messaged me saying that while he appreciated the creativity, he wanted me to use a normal background like everyone else going forward. This can't be the way this series ends. Only 4 days?
This video is a masterclass. It's so fucking good. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. This is one of the greatest pieces of content I have ever put out on the internet, bro. It's so fucking good. Thanks, Good Luck VR, for the 25 bits. This video is so good. Let's break this down, okay? This hook, phenomenal. Phenomenal, okay? You can clearly, it's so basic. You can see grass, sky, open space, and cars.
Day 4 of it.
Whizzing past. Immediately, you could tell it's a highway. What the fuck is this guy doing by the highway? The hook is phenomenal. It's not a highway near a bunch of trees in a forest. This is a highway near a plains. Like, I'm low-key gonna dox myself here, but like, let me show y'all what I did. Because you cannot just set up by a highway easily because it's kind of dangerous. So can I do it at a gas station? I almost did a few times. Ended up not doing it, but okay. So my college is over here. The way I did this is I went to this rest stop, okay? I went to this rest stop. Let's put on layers here. This rest stop is right by this big ass prairie or whatever, just this conservation area. This wetland, there's no trees or anything, okay? I went to this rest stop, but to get there, I had to go all the way down the highway, turn around at the first exit, which is all the way over here, and come back this way, because this area didn't quite have as good of internet. This side of the highway did. Do they have Street View on the... They do, okay. So literally, this is the method, okay, chat? I'm gonna expose this, okay? If you want to set up by a highway without like immediately having to break laws and shit and like dealing with issues, this is how you do it, okay? You go to a rest stop. And I know most of us have never been to a rest stop. I don't think I had ever been myself. But I'm like, shit, a rest stop could work. Because you go into the rest stop just like this. Then you park your car over here. And this is I parked my car like right here. And then literally I just walked my setup all the way down over here, right by this sign on this grass patch right here. That's exactly where I was. So the rest stop method, that was the play. I went to the rest stop, parked my car. I could bring all my stuff out there. And that's how we ended up with this beautiful angle. It just so happened it was by this smooth, flat area. It's just a phenomenal hook. It's so good. And like, this is one of those things that's like, what goes into these videos? I found a rest stop and parked at a rest stop and had to drive half an hour to get there. I did my research, bro. Like, for real. Oh, I need to rank day 3? Oh shit, that's true. Totally forgot to rank day 3. Thank you for telling me, Will. Yeah, day 3 got to go A tier. A tier for sure, because this was a step up. This was a great spot, great hook. The professor noticed. Just really cool. The effort that went into this, it was kind of spontaneous. It's got to go A tier for sure. The best day of the series thus far. But day 4. Oh my god, day 4. The hook's amazing, okay? I've talked about this enough. Day 4 has an amazing hook, but the rest of this video is great too. Like, oh my god, bro. People were suggesting a highway and roads and shit, but like, I instead went with the perspective of like, people want me to continue it because I was originally going to cancel it, so I didn't have those comments suggesting it. But like, this was like a suggested thing. Do it by a road, do it by a highway. I'm like, there's a good highway spot here. This is the freeze frame that I used, and it just so happened that like, when I'm taking this shot of me looking locked into my laptop when all of the text is on screen, a big ass semi is going by. Like, come on, it's so good. Look at this. It's phenomenal. And I mean, every platform, something similar here. TikTok as well. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, the hook is great, the freeze frame even better. Like, this is just amazing. I can't get over it, bro. It's so unbelievable. I'm so happy with how that hook turned out. And the thing is, this was the first time I actually edited the hook view a little bit. Let's see if I can find the original video here. Thanks, PC Glazer, for the follow. So chat, fun fact, for every video up until this point, I just took the raw camera footage of the time lapse of me building my setup and just put that in my editing software, sped it up, cut it up, and that was it. This video was the first time I actually messed with it a little bit, and I guess that messing with it actually paid off. I'm gonna find you the original time-lapse video. I hope I have it on my phone. If I don't, I may not have it on my phone because it was such a big-ass video, actually. Okay, day 3 was then. Oh, I got resub. Thank you, PC Glazer. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Okay. I do have the original time lapse. Okay, I found it. Here's the. Is this the original time lapse or is this something else? Oh, you can hear that all right. I think this is the original time lapse, and I was really trying to be quick with this. Okay. Can I do it in Miss Gardner's backyard? There's no more class, bro. I can't. Okay, so this is the unedited time lapse video, and it's like not loading because why would it load? Google Photos sucks. See me fiddling with the tripod a little bit there. Let's fast forward a little bit. Am I going to pop up my setup mid-graduation and build the school logo? Chad, I've thought about that. Should we build my school's logo as like a, wearing this outfit as like a send-off? Should we do that? Wow, I skipped ahead 30 seconds. Nothing happened in this video. Real cool. Yeah, should we build our fucking, the school's logo in Minecraft? That'd be sick. I was thinking about doing that. So I put stuff just out of frame. And you see me walking, like, this is actually by a highway. And you can see, I'm kind of small, I'm kind of far away. So what I did for day 4 that I hadn't done for the other videos is I actually zoomed this in a little bit. And it makes the quality a little bit worse. But I guess it didn't matter because you see the view count here. The hook's amazing. Okay, we get it. The hook's amazing. You know what's not amazing is this guy in my TikTok chat named Osama bin Laden, who is spamming. What do you think he's spamming? Go ahead and predict what do you think he's spamming. Let's just get him out of here. Hold on. Muted for the entire live. Okay, bye-bye. Get a life, please. All right. Anyways. So the hook's great. We know this.
From weird places until my professor notices. You guys were adamant,
But that's not the only great thing about this video.
that I keep this series going.
So we are back at it from the side
I like this shot as well. Again, another semi's going by.
of a highway.
I was getting ready to ask the guest speaker a question, but he had something to say to me first.
Austin, are you in a highway?
Remember, every class we have guest speakers, except day 3. There wasn't a guest speaker on day 3. But every other class, I think, had a guest speaker. And this was the first time the guest speaker, like day 1 and day 2, there were guest speakers. This guy actually commented on it, noticed it immediately and commented on it. Something like that. And this is actually edited. I went on to ask my question to get my participation credit, and he answered it. And after he answered it, he said,
Why are you in a highway?
but I edited that down, and it looks like it's one continuous shot, which is, I got the main parts of it, so.
Just wanted a different experience, you know?
All right, fair enough. I respect that. Strong answer. I like it.
So amazing that this guy noticed and was so cool about it. It's so funny. No wonder this video got so many views. They actually noticed that I commented on it. It's hilarious.
And obviously, my professor heard all of this. And he messaged
And this is an actual message he sent me during class. And it was clear at this point that, like, whether he thought it was real or not, he didn't want me to do it anymore.
me saying that while he appreciated the
Going forward, could you please use the standard class background like all others? This is fun, but somewhat distracting.
creativity, he wanted me to
As you see with these guys up here, Philip and Turner, it's actually like, it wasn't required, but it was like, it was said that you should use a standard university background, which is what they're using. And, my current class that I'm taking this semester wasn't like that. But this class was suggesting you use those backgrounds. So it was like even more obvious, But whether he thought it was real or not, he told me, yo, bro, Austin, stop with the backgrounds. Enough is enough. It's distracting. So, again, at this point, I'm like, shit. Whether he thinks it's real or not, I think the series may be over. I think it's
use
cooked.
a normal background.
And also, I love this animation where I'm like, I have the underlining of the messages. The editing in this video is fire.
The way the series ends, only for
So this what now was a genuine cry for help. Like, oh my God. What the fuck do I do now? It's over, bro. Like, he doesn't want me to use backgrounds. He's told me not to. So, like, if I continue, I could continue, but I'd be going against him. I could get reprimanded. What's going to happen there? So, I didn't know what to do. But fate would have it that this was the video that blew the fuck up. 20 million views on Instagram. 1.3 million likes, which is over a million likes on one of my videos. That's just crazy to think about. 10 million views on YouTube. 5 million views on TikTok. All in all, this video has 35 million views. 35 million across every platform, bro. 20 million on Instagram alone. Crazy stuff. This video blew the fuck up. And this video blew up so much that I'm going to have to ban yet another person in my TikTok live chat. How much of a fucking loser do you have to be to spam slurs on multiple different accounts when there's not even that many people watching to like get a reaction out of? I don't understand it. It's just genuine, like, it's not good trolling. You can do better, bro. Anyways, so I'm like, there's a week before day 4 and day 5, and I'm thinking, what the hell do I do? Do I continue against his wishes? What do I do? I don't know. And this video blew up so much that my professor saw it. Here's what happened. I didn't post this on YouTube, but I posted this on Instagram and TikTok. Here it is.
Professor just told me that he knows about the series. For those who don't know, I've been attending my online class from weird places for a few days now, and the most recent video blew the fuck up. It is literally about to cross 10 million views, and one of those views is from the professor himself. He told me in an email that one of his international students from Italy found the video and recognized him from it. And if you've seen that video, you know that my professor told me to chill with the backgrounds since they're low-key kind of distracting. But after he saw that video, he said he doesn't want me to have to disappoint my followers, you guys. So he wants me to continue with the series because we could all use more fun and inspiration in our lives. W Professor! I guess this technically means he's noticed at this point, but who cares? Day 5 coming out next week. Stay tuned.
This is a fun video to make. This was a fun video to make. Because I don't usually make videos like that where I'm like, you know, recording to my phone, a typical TikTok type of thing. That was a fun video to make. And it performed decently well. A lot of people were invested in the series. And what I said actually happened. Shout out to that student from Italy. I don't know if that was the only person to see the video and recognize my professor. Why did I censor his last name? That doesn't make any sense. I guess we won't give him a name. I don't know if that was the only student, the only person to recognize my professor from that video and tell him about it, or if there were others. But regardless, that international student from Italy may be the only reason the series got to continue as smoothly as it did, because, like, as we said in the video, international student from Italy sent him the Instagram post, and I guess my professor was just so in disbelief with how far the series went at that point, like how many views it was getting. He was like, holy shit, I don't want to like kill this guy's career. Sure, go ahead, keep it going, I'll be open-minded. And he sent me this wonderful email. He asked for my number, we called, he told me about some potential legal risks, you know, and he basically gave me his blessing. So again, the series was saved from the brink of destruction thanks to that international student from Italy and my professor being willing to, oh, thanks, MC, for doing your job for once. I'm kidding. Awesome. I was just about to get him, and he was already muted. All right, well done. But yeah, international student from Italy may have saved the series there. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. My live is flagged for harassment and bullying. I'm not harassing or bullying anybody, actually. Like, that's the crazy part about it. Like, I'm not harassing or bullying anybody. TikTok. Why does this always happen to me and only to me? I guess I can't appeal. If anybody needs to be bullied, it's TikTok for their dog shit moderation and their terrible fucking platform. I hate them so much, bro. Anyways, let's just forget about it. So, at this point, it was some point around day 3. I'm like, okay, I got to start posting this on YouTube, because originally I didn't believe in the series, and when I started, I didn't know if it was going to be a success or not. Especially wouldn't have believed it was this much of a success. So I wasn't posting it on YouTube originally. I think day 4 was the first day that I was actually caught up. Let's see. November 7th. We are now synced. Okay, so day 4 was the first time like I was posting on YouTube in real time, so that was cool. As you can see there, November 7th, we are now synced. Okay, wasn't showing it. Oops. But yeah, day 4, we were finally synced on all platforms, and I wasn't making any money at this point. YouTube was the only place I could make money, and I wasn't making money on YouTube because I wasn't monetizing my main channel. So I wasn't making any money from the series, but the fact it was getting so many views and it was so popular, I'm like, shit, I gotta go all out. So enter day 5, which was low-key kind of a disaster. So let's go ahead and watch this.
Attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. A lot of people have been telling me to do it at a beach.
So we're here today to make it happen.
Even with my new official looking overlay, 3 of my classmates were on to me, and my professor had this to say.
We have one student that has decided to put himself in the middle of a hurricane on the beach. And normally the old me would have said, nope, we're done with that. But one of the valuable lessons I picked up is just the value of creativity and just trying things, right?
Finally, he sees the vision. The last day of class is next Monday. Any ideas for how to go out with a bang?
So because I started this so late into the semester, there were only 6 days compared to the 9 days for this semester. But as you can see, I wanted to step it up a notch. And the effort that goes into these videos is often not known. I had to drive 2.5 hours to get to this beach. I've been to this beach when I was vacationing with my family, and I knew I haven't ranked day 4. You're right. God damn it. Okay, we all know what day 4 is. Come on. We know what day 4 is. There wasn't any question. It's got to be S tier, bro. The views are there. The editing's there. The hook is there. The idea is there. They noticed. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Great piece of content. S tier, without a doubt. Day 5 may be a different story. I drove 2.5 hours to get to this beach, specifically because I knew without a shadow of a doubt that the internet on this beach was good. The last thing I wanted was to drive to a beach that was maybe closer to my university and find out, oh my God, the internet is ass here and I can't attend class. I did not want that to happen. Too much writing on the series, so I was like, shit. I'm going to drive 2.5 hours to the beach that has good internet. And I knew this exact spot with the rocks, and I thought it would be a fantastic background. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to do just as well as day 4. It did well. Not quite as well as day 4. And I think the issue with that is like the lighting was so off. I'm facing the sunset. It was the time of year when the time changed, so like the lighting was ass. So I feel like the lighting fucked this up a lot, unfortunately. And I guess maybe, you know, it wasn't like the best noticing during class. I don't know. But people were suggesting a beach, and I thought a beach was pretty cool. So I did want to make that happen. This is actually a classmate. Go Austin. That's cool. And this is when I started getting motion, bro. Like, I don't know why I decided to do this overlay at this point in the series. I actually don't remember why. But I thought it did make it look less obvious, which was part of the appeal here. And 3 people in my class noticed and saw your post. Love it. I think that's Anya. Don't let the wind blow you away, Jake. Corey. Is that the same Corey who's in my current class? Let's have to see if his last name starts with an R or not. Because there is a Corey in my current class. But where are you today, Goat? So these people had seen the posts, and it was known, you know, it was kind of like, it was becoming bigger than that. And I mentioned in this video, I'm like, you know, Professor noticed, but I'm going to keep it going because whatever, it's fun. Near the end of the semester. So it became something more. Even though the professor noticed, I just wanted to keep it going. So, but chat, I had to drive 2.5 hours to get to this beach, and you don't see it in this video. Like, this video is pretty well put together, and it hides the pain pretty well, but there was a lot of suffering that went into this. Like,
Today to make it happen.
I tried to like get here with plenty of time to spare, but still, I got here of like half an hour before class started, and my professor comments on the wind.
Even with my new official,
I think it was Jake who commented on the wind. Don't let the wind blow you away. It was windy as fuck on that beach that day. And I actually got to class late. I got to class like 15 or 20 minutes late. And I apologized to my professor. He's like, I didn't take attendance yet. You're good. But I was like, oh my God, if I can't get to class on time, then like the series is cooked. I have to actually be in class. So this was very stressful for me. The big problem was the wind was blowing over my tripod. Like, you know, that opening shot that we've talked about, we got to get the hook of me building the setup. I need that shot, bro. That's the most important shot of the video. And I wasn't able to get it because the wind kept blowing over my tripod. Is this a failed recording? One of these is a failed recording. So I want to order this guy an unpaid pizza. Let's not, Alex. I don't think you could find where I am today. I want to see if this is one of the videos where my tripod falls over. So like this took a ton of time. I'm trying to build my setup. I get halfway done. My tripod blows over. I'm like, fuck, and I have to restart. So I hate Google Photos so much. They suck so much ass. It just takes forever to load a video on here. It's awful. If this ever loads, I'll show you the suffering here. Okay. I think this video is where the tripod falls over. Let's see. You can hear the wind, I'm sure. That sucked, bro. That was so frustrating, bro. What I did is I tried to put my tripod into the sand. Like I made a hole, I put the tripod in, and I tried to like compact the sand to keep it in place. And that took a while. And I got it to stay, but it always stayed for so long. And I'm like, oh my God, the tripod won't stay. I can't get the hook video. I'm going to fucking freak the hell out. I'm already late to class. What do? The answer can be seen at the end of this video. So let's take a look here. What's up, Kinger? If it was going to take multiple tries anyway, I could have just done the intro part after class. But that's not real. That's fake, bro. That's not genuine. I want to be as genuine as possible. Oh, by the way, there's Jaden right here. Okay, let's try this again. I should have made a table and chair out of sand. That would have taken like 5 hours, bro. But yeah, here's the man Jaden himself right here. Shout out to him, bro. Okay, so at the end of this video, you'll see how I ended up getting the tripod to stay, how I got the time lapse at the start of class, even with the wind. And there was only one person who asked about this across all platforms, and that was MC on TikTok. You see this? You see this? I had to get a trash can that was about a quarter of the way filled with trash. They had trash cans on this beach, actually, which is kind of nice. I don't know many beaches that do trash cans that have wheels and shit. I had to get one of these trash cans that had actual trash in it, roll it over to my setup with all this wind, and put my tripod in it so it would stay. And it was shaking during class, but it never did fall over. This is how I got the time lapse. I had to put my tripod in a trash can to get it to stay with all the wind. Awful experience. I was late to class. I was stressed as fuck. Miserable. We got the job done, and it got decent views. It was a nice, cool video, cool spot. So, did I smell bad after the class? Well, I didn't go swimming in the trash can, but my ring light tripod sure did. So, I think I cleaned it. Hope I cleaned it. But, yeah, that was day 5. Day 5, where do we rank day 5? I don't know. This is a tough one because it was a really cool spot. The beach is really cool. It was highly requested. I put a lot of effort into it. I made shit happen. But it left more to be desired, I feel like. So I think I'll put it A tier. I feel like I'd be doing injustice to put it in B tier. Put it in A tier. It's just, I wish the lighting was better on this hook. I think if the lighting was better, it would have helped a lot. And you know, the fine tuning of the angles could have been helped if it wasn't so windy. Fun fact, chat. You may notice in day 3, I'm using the same mic I have right now, actually. But you may notice about the mic is that in both of these videos, it has this fuzzy cap to it. So this cap isn't visible in day 5. If you notice, my mic, it's just bare like it is right now. And the reason why is because during my time at the beach, the wind was so strong that I guess it blew the cap off the mic, or maybe I took it off or something. But either way, the cap got blown off the mic. And I'm trying to chase it down before it goes over these rocks off to the side here. And the wind keeps picking up right when I'm about to grab it. And the cap to my mic, the fuzzy part, blows off over the rocks into the ocean, and I never saw it again. So I literally lost, like, part of my mic during this day. And it's just gone forever. This is Madeira Beach. Pretty nice beach. And I also lost a towel that was kind of sentimental to me. I guess the wind took it when I wasn't looking. So yeah, the casualties of war, bro. It was kind of sad. Is that a green screen behind my back? No, it's a real classroom. So yeah, I lost shit on this day, which I think also knocks it down a peg. So I can't go any higher than A tier. So at this point, chat, one day of class left, and I teased it at the end of this video. The last day of class is next week. Any ideas how to go off a bang? And this video got, like, if you look here, the 20 million view video has 2,000 comments. The 4 million view video has 3,700 comments. So, like, people were really trying to get their voices heard. Like, this was just such great retention hacks, bro. So many comments. I love this one. Sit on his lap like he's Santa. He could pull it off if he had a beard and a hat. It's so funny. But, like, it's the last day of class. I'm like, shit, I got to go out with a bang. I got to do something big. I'm getting all these ideas. One of the ideas I had was, what if I set up out, like, at a park and I invite all my classmates, attend in public? I don't know. And people kept telling me, attend at his house, attend in his backyard. The same thing they told me this semester. But when my professor called me, he said, I didn't even have to bring it up. He said, those ideas, no, I'm not going to get my family involved. So I'm like, okay. Heard. But I emailed him because I had a thought. This is an online class. He probably has an office on campus, and I bet that's where he hosts the class from, his office on campus. So I emailed him and said, hey, any chance we could set something up with that? And he emailed me back and said, hey, I was actually thinking something similar myself. And so we actually coordinated it where I set up in a conference room near his office, and during class I popped into his office and appeared on his screen, and you could see that in this video.
Attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices.
What's really cool about this hook,
Day 6.
this isn't like the greatest hook ever, but
attending my online class from weird.
What's cool about this is I'm setting up in the conference room. He's not there. He's coming back from, I don't know, someplace. I'm setting up in the conference room, and I'm recording the setup like always. And as I'm doing this, he walks in. And this is the first time I've ever seen this guy in person.
Places until my professor notices.
And I catch it on video. This is the genuine first time we've ever interacted. It's crazy. Right here. This was our first handshake, everything. It's so genuine. It's so real because it is. A candid moment caught on camera because I'm recording myself building the setup, and I'm just about done, so it worked out perfectly. First time we ever met, right here. And I even got him to do like he's peeking into the room, like acting or whatever. But this was just such a genuine moment. I kept it. It's the first time I ever met him in person. It was so cool. And watch the video from here.
Taking me for weeks to attend class at his house, but I think I may have just found something better.
I love the way I frame this. I love the way I frame it. I'm like, I hear you guys. I hear you dumbasses. You want me to do his house. It's not going to work, but I got a better idea. It genuinely is better.
His actual office. He hosts class every week from this very room, and today, I'm going to pay him a visit. I waited for my professor to start talking, and while all the attention was on him, I made my...
This lady's face is blurred because my professor started to get kind of uppity at the end. He's like, oh, we shouldn't show people's faces unless you have explicit permission. You shouldn't do this. So I blurred her face.
Answers that you gave will be important, but think about...
Because he has a green screen Look at his face. Look at his face when he saw it. Because he has a green screen, like, I don't smoothly appear on his feed. I just, like, pop in as soon as it detects me and stops, like, canceling me out for the background. So I just popped in, kind of like a jump scare.
About kind of the reasoning that goes behind that.
And those two classmates had a reaction.
What? Okay, we've had our fun.
Mission accomplished. This has been an amazing series. Should I run it back next semester?
And that was it, bro. That was it. That was the end. And I teased season 2 because I did have another semester coming, but, like, as far as I was concerned, I'm done. That's it, bro. We did the series. Like, it's over. But I teased season 2, and people were very supportive of the idea. Day 6 has such an incredible like rate. 1.1 million views and 109,000. That's almost a 1 in 10 like rate. Like, this didn't get as many views as, like, the other videos did, but it meant so much to, like, fans of the series that, like, it was such a good ending, and the comments were so positive.
Day 6.
Just genuine. I don't know what that GIF was, but it must have been something good. He actually did it fair play, bro. People begging me to do it next semester. So, yo, what's up, William? So, I was not set on doing this for a second season, especially as I got closer this semester starting, because I'm like, shit, man. This series was perfect. It was beautiful. Like, I don't know if it can get any better than this. Like, I don't want to potentially ruin the reputation that the series had by starting it again and it doesn't hit as hard, you know? So I was very hesitant to do this. But I found a class that met once a week online, and I registered for it. There were a few that met that criteria. I picked the one I was most interested in. And I registered for it, and I almost dropped it at the end of ad drop week, but I kept it. And the rest is history from there. Kept it going. Man, did TikTok never, like, unrestrict my live? I may just have to end this stream on TikTok, because I feel like it's probably doing me more harm than good. Is there any way... Hold on a second. Okay, I mean, the TikTok live's cooked anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and end the TikTok live. It's cooked anyway. If you're actually watching on TikTok, even though we haven't had any messages in 10 days, just watch on Twitch, because they like restricted my live because of harassment and bullying, and I couldn't appeal. I'm still live on Twitch and YouTube, but I think the longer I'm live with, like, dying viewership, it just hurts future live performances. So I'll rank day 6. We'll watch me on Twitch, Austin the Wingman. We'll just continue on there. I fucking hate TikTok, bro. TikTok always does this shit to me. It's just unbelievable. I knew that live wouldn't get many views, but man, fucking restricting the live. I'm just watching this slowly die. I'm like, get me out of here, bro. Yeah, we do have to rank day 6, though. That's true. Oh, man. I'm going to do A tier. I'm going to do A tier because the idea was awesome. It was super cool that he agreed to it. It's got to be S tier. What am I kidding? This has got to be S tier, bro. This was such a good finale to the series. Like, it was such a satisfying conclusion, you know? People wanted me to do something with the professor so bad, and I did, and it was so cool that he came around. That's got to go S tier. What am I kidding? That was just a really cool conclusion to the series. Really nice. And then it began again. So I had a lot of time to think of new spots, and I'd actually streamed in this tree before. I streamed in this tree. Let's see if we can find that stream. Gonna have to scroll back a lot. Oh, my like head is hurting. I'm gonna take these headphones off for a little bit. May have to take the cap off. Maybe that's hurting my head. I don't know. I've streamed in this classroom before, as you can see here. I streamed in that tree twice, actually. Was this only on TikTok? Do I have to go to Austin the VOD, man? Seriously? That channel is a ghost town, bro. Did somebody follow? Of course, the second I take my headphones off. Appreciate the follow, whoever that was. Let's see. This is a different tree. Oh, wait, no, this is on my main channel, isn't it? Oh, Jesus, I did not open this, bro. Yeah, I did. No, this isn't it. Here it is. Okay. See, I streamed in this tree. Man, when was this? Over a year ago. So I was familiar with this tree. And I knew it was actually like a really like good spot to sit on a tree. Like you can kind of sit comfortably on there. It just went away. The extension does not fucking work. But no, you were actually able to sit really comfortably on here. And
Someone running up.
had a decent angle. Like I got my laptop nearby, so I knew this tree. I was familiar with this tree. And I thought that was like a reasonable place to start. I really believed that like this hook at the start of me climbing the tree would do great. It's kind of a pitiful start to the second season, but let's watch this.
Day 7 of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. You guys have been begging me to keep the series going.
So I'm back at it for season 2 from the top of a tree.
Look at this setup, bro. Look at the tripod. How scuffed it is. I came here a few days prior, planned out the exact lengths of the legs, how it should be centered. I even zoomed the webcam in so it would be focused on my face. Took a lot of work to get this to work. It's very finicky.
Austin, if you were trying to market
You noticed how bad the quality is?
a product to a
My cam too. I was recording in 720p, which destroyed the quality of this, and it just looks so
part
bad.
of the world that had no internet, how would you market it?
She low-key sounds like AI here. It's crazy.
Well, I think the first.
And then I didn't have this mic because I'm in a tree. What am I going to screw it onto? But I also didn't have my clip-on mic, which I was like, I don't need it. It's fine. But made the quality of the audio a lot worse.
First thing would be giving them computers or cell phones and then showing them what they can do with it. And then you start to say, hey, we can get faster speeds if we have internet towers.
Looks like I still got it. And unlike the previous class, she was almost always sharing her screen. So I couldn't pin like webcam views of other students and my own and hers like in the center here to make them big, which I think kind of sucked, but it is what it is.
I guess we survived our first day back.
Hopefully next week is somewhere more comfortable. So I really believe that this hook was amazing, but the video didn't perform that well. I think part of the reason is because like the building in the background and all the moss, it's just too busy of a shot. It also had been months since I had posted, like January 24th compared to November 19th. That's over 2 months since I had posted. So this video didn't perform so well at the start on any platforms, especially TikTok. Like, ugh, did not do so well there. But I'm like, okay, we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. And I really I guess I didn't like any. Oh, I need to rank this actually. So day 7, like, a lot of effort went into this, bro. Like, it's not easy to like use a laptop in a tree like this. And my webcam view is pretty reasonable, but I guess we gotta go C tier, bro. It's not that interesting of a a day, unfortunately. Could have done better being in a tree, I feel like. Just not my greatest work. And I guess I didn't like any of the ideas or didn't think they were feasible or whatever it was. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to run back a previous idea that did well, and that being in the middle of the road. So my thought process was here, like, this is going to do great because of the hook, the angle, whatever. So, and people did want me to do it by road, and this is closer to a road than the highway was. So this is actually a rare spot that has bollards around the median. Like most spots that have that are not like this. Let me see if I can find this. It's like right here. So it's kind of unusual for there to be like these little pillars here blocking off the center. And I chose this spot particularly because it makes it a little bit safer, because you're not really supposed to be in the middle of the road like this. And I also made sure to like set up right before class started, so there wasn't like a lot of opportunity to get kicked out. It's kind of close. I was cutting it close, but it worked out, which is my favorite. We'll see at the end what the rankings look like. We'll see. Rayaz. But that was the spot. Parked at the Circle K. That was nearby. Set up.
Class from weird places until my professor noticed.
I thought this was another great, like, I really thought this was going to rival day 4, but I guess it was too busy of a shot, the trees and shit, I don't know.
You guys seem to like when I did it by a highway.
At the time, it was only 30 million, now it's 35 million views.
So we're back at it today from the middle of the road.
Some of the people who drove
This was so cool. This guy drove past me, took a picture, and posted on TikTok on one of my recent videos. And I was like, dude, that is hilarious. I'm like, you got a preview of day 8. So that was really cool.
by actually recognized me, and one of my classmates was
A classmate, second day of class I was doing this, he actually noticed, which is pretty funny.
also growing suspicious. Then about 20 minutes in the class, my worst fear came true.
Cop just drove by and he put on his lights. We may be cooked, bro.
Officer Johnson was pretty cool, but she firmly told me that the road was no place for learning. So I finished out the rest of class from my car, and my professor didn't say a word about any of this. At this rate, she may never notice.
This was the craziest day by far up until that point. Like, the spot itself was pretty crazy. But the fact that like 20 minutes in the class, a cop comes and kicks me out of the spot, pulling up right behind me so you could see them in my webcam view. Imagine being in class, on an online class, and you see a cop pull up to somebody in the middle of the road and like come out and like damn near arrest them. That's fucking crazy. And somehow my professor didn't comment on it. Nobody commented on it. It was unbelievable. The cop told me that somebody had called it in. Only one person, but somebody had driven by and called in, hey, there's somebody in the middle of the road here, and that's why they came, and that's why they like kicked me out. So L, whoever that was, L Karen or whatever, I guess it was kind of dangerous. But that sucked, bro, getting kicked out. But it made for a great video. And this video did better than Day 7. Not the case on YouTube, I don't think. I think it did better than Day 7 on Instagram and TikTok. But it did worse on YouTube, I'm pretty sure, which was like, how? This is like the craziest day ever. And I thought the hook was halfway decent. Yeah, like, look at the views here. I don't know why this one bombed so badly on YouTube compared to like Day 7. Like, that was weird. But yeah, pretty crazy day. Didn't I say it's a dead end? No, you're thinking of a stream probably. If you're thinking of a road that's a dead end, that was a stream I did. This was not a dead end. This is very much a busy road. Someplace different. But yeah, that was a crazy day. Where are we going to rank this? I think we'll go A tier. I really think the hook was good. The spot was interesting. The motivation to go there wasn't as good. But the fact that a cop came and all that was documented, it's just hilarious. So I think it was a good video. Not quite S tier, but it was pretty good. And then comes Day 9. Yes. In both semesters, there was one video that stood above the rest. And Day 9 was that one for this semester. So you can see I'm in a lake here. Now, I want you to notice something. This video was actually, Day 7 was posted January 24th. Day 8 was posted January 31st. So you'd expect Day 9 to be posted like February 7th, February 8th. February 28th. What the hell is up with that? So let me tell you. I had 3 online classes. The very first day of class, I attended from my room like a normal student just to get a feel for things. Then the second day of class, I attended from a tree. Third day of class, I attended from the middle of the road. And then shit went sideways. So my professor canceled class, told us in advance, and then she met up with us in person despite it being an online class. We toured one of the facilities near the university. It was fun. It was nice. And actually, during that tour, she mentioned Austin. Thanks for the follow, Mo17. During that tour, she actually mentioned Austin. Like, what's up with the background? Is it real? Is it fake? Like the road or whatever? So, of course, I wasn't recording then, so I have no proof of that. But she actually commented on it during that tour. So that was interesting. But so we had a tour. So 2 weeks in a row, I haven't been able to attend class, which is like, we're killing the series here. You're costing me millions of views, bro. And then shit really went poorly. Let me see if I can find the pictures of this, because I don't know if I've ever felt more distraught than I did here. Let me make sure this is the right day. Okay, yeah. So this is me with the time lapse. Oh, I can just show this on here. I don't have TikTok to show it to. So this is the time lapse of me building the setup. Again, this was a really tricky time lapse. What did I say to her? I said, you're just going to have to keep watching and find out. Something like that. Something cheeky. It's the time lapse of me building the setup in the lake. I'd been wanting to do a lake for a long time. Finally found the lake that had reasonable access, good internet, parking nearby. It wasn't conservation. It wasn't too dangerous. So pretty good lake. I've been wanting to do a lake for weeks at this point. And finally, after class being canceled and like shit coming up, I'm finally at the lake. I'm setting up. This is a 6-minute time lapse me building the setup. One of the longer ones. I fucking hate Google Photos. They're so trash. Okay, let's see if this video plays, because I look pretty upset here. Let's see if this...
So we're here today to make...
No, I guess that's not it. Maybe this is it?
Cannot believe I just wasted all this time making a setup in the middle of a literal lake. Gotta be kidding me, bro.
Here it is. Here it is.
You have got to be fucking kidding.
So, the class is at 1:55 p.m. on Thursdays. I woke up that morning and, I'm not expecting it to be canceled. So I go about my day. And as it gets closer, I'm in the zone. I'm getting prepared, whatever, because I'm fucking standing in a lake. It's the first time I've stood in a lake for a stream. Thanks, Juju, for the sub. This is like a big deal, okay? A lot riding on this. I was very focused. Apparently, she had sent an announcement on Canvas at 10:33 a.m. that day that class was going to be canceled. Less than 4 hours before. Okay, so that's not a lot of notice. Like, I would have already been driving to Madeira Beach if it was day 5. So, it's not a lot of notice, and I just missed this announcement. And I didn't know until I joined class a few minutes late, like 1:57 p.m., and there's only like 3 people in the Zoom. I'm like, what's going on? And I send a message in chat, and somebody says, yeah, I think class is canceled. And I go to Canvas, and I see this message.
What kind of professor sends this message 3 hours before class starts the day of said class? It's a fucking online class that meets.
I was a little upset. I think it's reasonable, my frustration. Because literally, chat, I had this entire setup in a lake. Like, this was not easy. This took a lot of time, a lot of effort. It was very risky, Entire setup in the lake just to find out that class was canceled. And I was devastated. I was so devastated. It was so awful. It was so awful. And remember, this is after 2 weeks of class being canceled or class being in person. So I'm like, finally, we're getting back into the groove. We're going to have class again. And it's canceled again for the 3rd week in a row. And I'm standing in the middle of the lake with my setup. Devastated because I did all this effort for nothing. And I thought about making a video about that and posting it and like telling the story, oh, class wasn't held today, but I decided not to. So it was probably for the best. Literally no content came of that. You know, February 19th, I set up in the middle of the lake for nothing. All that work, all that time, all that effort for nothing. I was devastated, bro. And I decided, okay, after the emotions cooled off a bit, I'm like, all right, we can just try it again next week, I guess. Sure, we'll just try it again next week. So February 26th comes around, and I'm like, all right, we're going to try this again. And I pull up to the lake, and the spot I'm trying to set up, which you can see it's right here, right near the front of the lake, there's a man fishing. And I got there like 50 minutes early. Thanks, Jake Watson. Maybe I won't be underrated for too much longer. Thanks, Image Green, for the follow. You're back. What's up, Hated Mistakes? Good to see you, bro. There's a man fishing in the lake right where I'm trying to be. And I told him, hey, you think I could like, I showed him a picture because, you know, I have all these pictures from the failed day. I'm like, hey, you think I could set up like right there? And he's like, nah, man, you're going to be in the way of my line. It's like an older guy. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I cannot deal with this again. I cannot deal with this again. I cannot deal with this bullshit, bro. Last week failed because class was canceled. I can't deal with this week failing because some guy's fucking fishing right where I'm trying to set up. So I'm like, bro, I'll pay you. I will pay you to move. Okay, I will pay you. Whatever it takes. And he's like, it's not about money. It's about, you know, this is my day off. Thursday's my day off. I come here to fish. You weren't fucking there last week. But he's there. He's fishing this week. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, please. And he's like, okay, I'll tell you what. Looks at his watch. I'll leave at 1. Because originally he was going to leave at 1:30. But the class starts at 1:55. It takes a while to build a setup in a fucking lake. So, like, that's not enough time. So, like... And thankfully he was willing to change his plans for me, and I gave him $20 to compensate anyway, and he moved and moved by 1 p.m. and I had time to set up, and I got to class on time. And I was because like the setup for the tripod was kind of finicky, so I was worried I have to reuse the footage, but no, I was able. All the footage you see here was from February 26th. I didn't use any of the old footage. This was genuine. Thought I may have to, but this is real. And the hardship that went in, I had to research how to protect yourself from alligators in lakes. Luckily, this wasn't a breeding time. It wasn't as dangerous of a time. I'm close to the shore, whatever. But I had to buy something called gator chaps to protect your legs. I had to buy boots, rubber boots, research this shit. So much effort went into this day. I think day 9 probably had the most amount of effort put into it. Day 5 may have had more time because of like the 2.5 hour drive both ways. But like day 9, bro, there was so much suffering that went into this video. You guys have no idea. So it means the world to me that it got 18.5 million views on Instagram. 2.5 million on YouTube. I think that's a scam, by the way. I think it should have more. And 6.4 million on TikTok, which, funnily enough, is more than day 4. This outpaced day 4. Most viewed TikTok on this account, I think. So it really meant so much to me that this video performed so well, because chat, I put so much time and so much effort and so much work into this, and it almost didn't happen. But thank God it did. Glad you love me, Harley. I love you too. And I think it's time we watch this video. Let's enjoy our achievement here.
Attending my
Let's see what all that effort paid off for.
Day 9 of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. A lot of people have been telling me to do it in a body of water.
So we are here today from an actual lake.
It seemed like I was in the clear, but with only 10 minutes left of class, this happened.
I got to see some really cool things, and we actually went to Lake Wahlberg. Austin, I think you might be there right now, virtually. I don't know. It's hard to tell with you.
She finally noticed.
Dude, she's on to me. She knows that there's something going on in my background, but she doesn't know if it's real or not, so I guess we gotta keep it going.
Let's talk about this, bro. The hook, phenomenal. Phenomenal hook. Same thing with day 4. It's a phenomenal hook immediately. It's a very clear shot, the lake, the sky, and you see me in the lake. What the fuck is he doing in the lake? It's very clear immediately.
Day 9 of attending my...
And then you see me wading in the water, and you see a full setup in the lake. Phenomenal hook. Phenomenal. I'm in a building on my university's campus, Fresh Kicks. If you pay for the pizza, I'll tell you my address, bro. Because I'm low-key hungry. I didn't eat as much as I should have. But, did she ever find out? Yeah, you gotta watch Along the Sea if you haven't seen the series before, Hated Mistakes. Phenomenal hook, phenomenal opening shot. This was amazing. This is the reason I wanted to do a lake, because, you know, here's the thing, chat. Like, unlike the highway idea, the highway was suggested, and there was a comment that was liked a lot. Domino's, nah. If you're gonna get me pizza, see, I like pizza that has a lot of like weird toppings. You know, chicken bacon ranch pizza, wherever has it, that'd be great. If you're gonna pay for it, Fresh Kicks. But a lot of these days, like especially in the start of the series, the first semester, I'm trying to like appeal to like what the comments want. But this was an example of an idea for a video. What campus? University of Florida. This was an idea of a video where I thought it would perform great just because of the absurdity of it, but not many people suggested this. I had to scrounge around to find comments telling me to do it in a lake. It was not a very popular suggestion. On a boat was more popular, but I'm like, standing in the lake, that's gonna hit.
Do it in a body of water.
So I made this happen. I really believe in this idea.
So we are here today from an action.
And you notice, I think this is the first day that has the pointer. I found this pointer during Christmas break. And this is a genuine pointer from like elementary school. This is old as shit. And I started using it because I thought it was funny for, you know, videos. I added a touch to it. So let's continue this.
It seemed like I was in the clear, but if only 10...
So like this class is different. Like this class doesn't have you asking questions every time. Sometimes there's like a chance to answer questions, but like it's less structured in that sense. Like we don't all have to ask questions for participation credit. So I didn't get a chance to ask a question, and I wasn't going to bring the attention to myself because she hadn't noticed yet.
I got to see some really cool
But literally 10 minutes left of class.
things. And we actually went to Lake Wahlberg. Austin, I think you might be there right now.
How funny. How funny. I think that's part of the reason the video performed well, because of that. This was not Lake Wahlberg, by the way. This was a different lake. Less popular lake. A dirtier lake. But lake nonetheless.
Virtually.
This is also unique. I had never done like the fade to white and then fade to a reaction image like this, but I thought it fit well, so I decided to put it in this video, and I think it added a charm to it. A lot of people on Instagram posted GIFs of this guy. Let's see if I can find some. In the middle of the ocean. Foreshadowing. Where the fuck is... there were so many... Here we go. People were commenting GIFs of this guy. So I was like... I thought it added a charm to it. It was funny. A clean edit. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to tell with you.
She finally noticed.
Dude, she's on to me.
This was nice because... like, I could still continue it under the guise of, well, she doesn't know if it's real or not. So... little bit of suspension of disbelief, you know?
She knows that there's something going on in my background, but she doesn't know if it's real or not, so I guess we gotta keep it going.
You'll notice these videos end differently this semester. I used to end them with like the snap transition and my setup disappears, but it sort of just ended up being start of day 7 and continued onwards. I just talked to the camera at the end, and the way they end changed, so I don't know if that gave that a more personal feel or not, but it's kind of interesting. You gotta rank day 9 now. Chat, what do we think? Where do we think day 9 should go? What tier are we thinking for this? I don't think there's a debate. I think it has to be. I think it has to be S. I think it has to be S. The reason it's S is just because, you know, it got so many views. I think, was this the first video I got money from? Let's see. I don't know if this was the first video that actually I was monetized for the whole duration or not. It looks like it was. That looks like about the ratio you'd expect. So I think I wasn't monetized on YouTube for the first semester, but I finally got monetized at the beginning of this semester. So I finally started making money off this fucking series. And I think this was the first video that like I made full money from, and like I wish I'd gotten more views. It really should have. But hey, $300, not bad. That covers the expenses for paying the guy off, buying the boots, buying the gator chaps, the wasted time, the gas money. Pretty good haul. Finally started to make money from the series at this point. So that was cool. So a lot of views, cool spot, cool hook, good editing, funny. I think it should go an S. Maybe it's a slightly lower S than day 4 or day 6, but it's an S nonetheless, I think. So put it in S. And now day 10. Oh, day 10. I love day 10. This was such a disaster. Another disaster day. Oh my God, bro. So I know this guy from high school who has a truck. And I had been asking him, bro, people have been, like a lot of people had suggested, yo, a 10 class from the back of a moving truck. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I should do that. And the funny thing is I had actually done a stream where I was in the back of a moving truck. I dressed up as Santa on like December 23rd. And I tried to decorate his truck to look like a sleigh. And I gave out presents to people as he drove me around a city. So I was very familiar with being in the back of a moving truck on stream. So this was no big deal. The logistics of this would be no problem. And it's such a funny idea. I knew I had to do it. So I'm asking my friend, I'm like, bro, when can I do that? I want to do this. We got to make this happen. People are suggesting it. It's going to be so good. It's going to perform so well. When can we do it? And he's like, Austin, I got to pick my sister up from school every week. I'm like, oh, come on. There's got to be a week where she's not. You don't need to pick her up. No, it's every week, bro. Come on. I'm like, oh, my God. This is so dumb. And then finally he hits me up a few weeks prior, says, hey, how's this day looking for you? I'm like, dude, that's the day after I tend in a lake. It's going to be great. His sister went on to some sort of competition, like a district competition, so he didn't have to pick her up from school that day. And as a result, he was free. So I drove the 2 hours back to my hometown and set this up with him. Let's watch this.
Day 10 of attending my online class from weird places until...
Yo, Fresh Kicks, are you legit? Say on God, bro. Say you swear. Say wallahi. Yeah, honestly, Cuban Cat, his sister is the reason that, like, this day happened. So shout out to her for being smart and successful. Like, it's kind of crazy that this worked out. Again, because of her. That's the only reason. Because of her actually having that commitment. Yo, Fresh Kicks, join my Discord. Send me a message on Discord, and we'll see. You're trying to give justice for the unpaid pizza at the gas station. You'll send me a chicken bacon ranch. Yo, this guy actually going to send me a pizza that's paid? Am I going to get fooled yet again? Yo, join my Discord. There's a link on my Twitch About Me page. Send me a message there. Okay? And I'll give you an address, bro. I'll give you an address and I'll give you instructions. I don't need 4 or 5 pizzas, bro. Just one pizza would be great. Because I had a light dinner because I wanted to get this stream started. And my head's hurting, and I think it's partly because I'm hungry. So, replace the ones that weren't paid for. Yeah, bro, I'm in debt right now. Nah, bro, say you swear. Add me, join my Discord. There's a link on my About Me page. Send me a message, a DM, and we'll talk, bro. But anyways, let's watch this video.
Oh, my professor notices. You guys have been begging me to do it in the back of a moving truck.
So we're here today to make it happen.
The forecast was not looking promising, and sure enough, it started pouring. And my professor had... this to say.
Austin, I have to ask you, what exactly is happening with the weather today?
I don't know if you can hear me right now.
We can hear
my
you.
My green screen's bugging out right now. I'm sorry.
Corey is commenting, we've seen your TikTok.
I wonder if this is the same Corey from last semester. I don't know.
So I feel like there's more to the story here. Yes, please send your username so we can all follow along.
I guess now everyone knows.
Bro, now she has the whole class following me. We can't let them down. Where should we go next?
This was a crazy ass day. This was such a crazy day. It's a different length name. Oh, it's a shame. This was... I thought day 8 was the craziest. I think day 10 may have been crazier with just the amount of shit that happened, okay? So I knew the hook of me building the setup would have to be different. So I told my friend, hey, I want to pull up into a parking lot, a big-ass empty parking lot, so we can have like a pretty clear shot. And I want to build my setup there, and I want to end the hook with you driving off into the distance. And that's exactly what we did. We went to the IKEA parking lot. We went to the back of the IKEA parking lot where nobody parks, and I built the setup.
Day 10 of attending my online class from weird places
And I had him drive forward like about 2 parking spot lengths.
until my professor notices.
And that was the hook. And this video didn't do as good as the other ones, but I thought the hook was so creative, and I'm just so happy with how this
Day
turned
10
out.
of attending my
It's so funny, dude. It's just great. So I think the hook was pretty cool.
guys have been begging me to do it in the back of a moving truck.
So we're here today to make it happen.
And again, this video, you don't see the half of what went on, okay? Like, seriously, some, like, it says I have to be friends with me. I think I have the request. Let me check this real quick. Are you swaggering? Did he join the server? Oh, I got 5 new people on my server today. That's pretty cool. I'm the pizza man. Okay. We got this guy on Discord here who says he's the pizza man, chat. So this guy right here, if you know, if I get my address leaked or get an unpaid pizza, we know who to blame. But let me lock in real quick. Dude, it would be so fucking funny if the Dasher comes into the classroom with the pizza. It would be so funny, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be funny if this door right here opens and it's a DoorDasher with a pizza? Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy? I could give specific enough instructions to make that happen. I could make that happen, I think. Okay, let me type this up here, bro. I am in. I gotta look at Google Maps. I think I know what building I'm in, but I want to be sure. Yo, pizza man, I'm hooking you up right now. I hope you tip this Dasher well, because like, I mean, it makes it more expensive, but like, they're gonna be going on a fucking wild goose chase to make this happen. So, okay, I am literally in. Okay, let me take these off while I have the chance. I am literally in this building. Okay. I'm in this building. Campus, okay. I am on. I can probably find what classroom this is. I can probably find this exact classroom. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not showing my phone. Okay. $2? Don't even order it if that's all you're going to tip them. What the fuck? Tip them at least $5. If you want me to, like... If you're going to do this, you got to lock in, bro. Like, if you don't feel comfortable tipping them at least $5, then just don't do it. But... you got to give them a decent tip for this, because, like, it's dark, and this is kind of difficult. This is not the website I wanted. Why am I here? Chat, I'm gonna make this happen. I want this pizza, bro. I'm hungry. It'd be so funny if he walks into the classroom. It'd be so fucking funny. It's gonna be such a jump scare. I'm gonna shit my pants live on stream. Okay. I can find my exact room without getting up, which is like... Okay. Alright, I found my classroom's number. You know, I'll tell you what. You tip them $5 or whatever, I'll give them like a bonus 10 when they show up or something. Even though this is supposed to be a free pizza, but like they deserve it. If they get to the classroom, I'll give them $10. If they don't, then you know, whatever. But if they actually open that door and give me that pizza, bro, they get a nice tip from me. All right, chat. I just sent this random guy on Discord who I've never met my exact location. Willingly. I've had my location docs before on stream, but this is different. Just handing it out like candy. So, fresh kicks. My life is in your hands. Send him a pizza too. 3:40. Oh, I'm sorry I'm keeping you up past your bedtime, Cuban Cat. Well, I'll try to wrap this up. We're almost there. Okay. We may have a pizza coming, or maybe not. I don't know what's going to happen here. Anyways. Oh, he's back online. I'll just continue with my spiel here. I don't even remember where I was. Okay. So there's a lot of behind the scenes for this video. So like, this had to happen on this particular day because this is the one day that like his sister has a conference that she's attending, so he doesn't have to pick her up. This is the one day he's free to do this. This day has to work. And I'm looking at the forecast and there's a little bit of a chance of rain. I'm like, fuck you, bro. I'm not going to let this happen. Screw off, God. We're going to do this. This is going to happen regardless. And it didn't look that bad. But wouldn't you know it, the second I start, this like 10 minutes before class starts, it starts raining. And again, I thought I was totally cooked. Let's see if I can find some videos here. Screw off, God. Bro, he deserved it. Fuck that guy making it rain then. Are you kidding me? The one day I have free to do this, it's going to rain. And it wasn't like raining all around. It was like a pocket of rain right over me. And I'm like, fuck this shit, dude. Okay, I scrolled too many days forward for some reason. How did that happen? Okay, I have a video here.
Dude, all I gotta say, this rain better not happen during class. I swear to God, bro. This rain better not happen during class.
What's wrong, Austin? Something not go according to plan. All that planning and all that hard work didn't pay off because factors outside of your control fucked you over. Story of my life.
So we're here today to make it happen.
Here I am.
So we're here today to make it
full of life, and then...
Dude, all I gotta say, this rain better not happen during class. I swear to God, bro.
Let's see.
Dude, all I gotta say, this rain...
I can show this safely. Probably shouldn't have. This was 1:44 p.m. So this is like 11 minutes before class starts. 11 minutes to spare.
Not happen during class.
Okay. Bro, Tricks, what's your name? What's this guy's name? Fresh Kicks. Are you in the United States? I should ask how old are you, bro? I gotta make sure this isn't like a 14-year-old trying to make this shit happen. Okay. Let's hope we can figure that out. You're in Texas, you're 20. Okay. All right, this sounds like this could work then. Because the first unpaid pizza, or maybe the second one, a 14-year-old called it in. So, you know. Okay. So yeah, you see this video, it's raining and I'm fucking upset as hell. So, it got to a point, we're sitting in the IKEA parking lot, And I'm hoping the rain's going to stop before class starts. It doesn't look like it's letting up. And my setup's getting soaked back there. And I'm like, fuck, dude. We got to make a decision here. So I tell him, bro, just gun it to the nearest gas station because they have covered roofs. Just go to the gas station. I call him AC. I've said that online before. AC, just go to the nearest gas station, bro. That's our only hope. Give me some cover because my setup's getting fucking soaked. I had an umbrella. I had towels. It was getting through. So let's see if I can show this video. Look
This
at
is about worst case scenario right here. Raining. Gotta be kidding.
1:50 p.m. 5 minutes. 5 minutes before class starts. And it's pouring rain. And I'm like, dude, you've got to be
This
kidding
is about
me. Here's another one at 1:50. I don't know what this is. Yo, what's up, mock shit?
trying real hard to keep everything dry, but class starts in 5 minutes. I'm not ready right now. Oh, this fucking sucks, dude. Something just fell. I don't know what. Trying real hard.
Oh my god, I was so miserable during this, dude. I was so I was so devastated. I just went over the torture with day 9, and now day 10 again. We have this bullshit going on. So devastated, and it's so funny to look at now. Like, it's just such a disaster. It's such a disaster. Oh my god. Okay, this is 4 minutes after class has started. I don't know. I think I had joined the Zoom at this point. Let's see what this is. I hope I don't say the guy's name.
So back here, worst day possible to rain. Dude, it's so bad.
So like, I don't think I didn't mention this all in the video. I cut out a lot of this suffering from day 10. But the Shell we were at a Shell gas station. Oh, you're talking about the Pointer? Yeah, the Pointer suffered the rain as well.
Worst day.
We went to this random ass Shell gas station, and it was so stupid because, like, I'm telling him to pull forward, and he's not pulling forward all the way, and my shit's still getting wet, and there's cars in the way, and he's trying to back up. So, like, it took forever to actually get under the cover to be protected from the rain.
If possible.
Okay, well, I just doxed myself. Oops. Well, well, let's just show this because I need to emphasize how stupid this was. Fuck God for a reason. Look at this shit. Do you see this? Okay, all of this area around us is fine, and there's a cell right on top of us, a tiny ass little baby cell right fucking on top of me. How stupid that is, bro. It was so annoying, man. What else? Okay, I'm glad I didn't show this screenshot. Woof, that would have been bad. Okay, so eventually we were waiting there, and I joined class a few minutes late, and we were waiting there for a while. Eventually, like, the rain cleared up and he started to get out and started driving. And I didn't use these. So we're here today to make it happen, even though it's cooler that we're driving. When I said this, I didn't use them because the audio was so trash. So that sucked. And there was actually... Let's see if I can find this. And I hope I don't show any names. But, like... I actually asked the question earlier in class, and she didn't comment on the background because it wasn't raining at that point. And I didn't include it because why aren't these videos here? I have my flash drive, so I could find them. Why aren't they in my OBS folder? That's strange. Did I cut? Did I cut instead of paste? I don't know why these videos aren't here. I record class on this computer. I don't know why those videos aren't here. Let me get my backpack. This is a problem. I don't have any, Okay, I guess unplugging my mouse is the least damage we can do right now. Autism the chewing man? Well, I may be getting autistic over this pizza if it ever shows up, and I'll be chewing real good, so it could become real. Okay. So I got this flash drive here, day 10. Honest, I thought about, and I probably should have, I thought about posting this day of class as like its own video on my Clips channel because so much crazy shit happened. I showed like a lot of it to my friends when we had a trip together, and they thought it was hilarious. There was so much funny shit happening. It was just a disaster, but it was really entertaining.
All right, we're recording.
Next week as well. So that's and is for sure.
So this is some stuff you didn't see. You love my series? Hell yeah. Oh, I can't switch this with my mouse anymore. So, like, this is us at the gas station. Autistic over something you mean? I don't know.
I targeted them and the most. Just like you go to, I want to highlight. It's definitely good to look outside. Much higher. Who needs your read? My friends. I target you in the thumping. First, if you could unmute, please.
Hi.
All right, so this is when I asked a question, and she didn't comment on my background here.
I would love that. Okay, Austin, I saw your hand up first. If you could unmute, please.
Hi. Yeah, so
where's my webcam?
The biggest
what the
lesson
fuck?
I learned is that something like this really takes time. I talked last class about how I wanted to sit by a dumpster and catch people about to throw something of value away and then trade it to me, but people don't really throw stuff of value away at dumpsters a lot, so I didn't budget my time accordingly.
Blah, blah, blah. So I do all this, and she doesn't comment on my background at all. And I'm like, okay, we're in the clear. And then my buddy decides to drive through the storm back to like a clear area, but like it's just a disaster. And we all saw how that went. It started raining, but there was like a lot of footage of this.
So I think that's really.
There was some really funny stuff happening here.
I think I saw one.
Like, bro.
More person, but I'm not.
Look at this. You can see an
Who else
overpass.
raised their hand?
And we're getting into the rain here. And I'm trying to like,
I don't see it.
I'm like messing with my mic and shit.
Keychain that I have goes along with them because I feel like
Starts raining. I'm like, I gotta get the umbrella back on.
Or you're expressing.
You also
your
sent me
value and
cheesy
something
bread.
is
Hell yeah.
important, But I had, for example, something that.
And
kind of
somebody
goes
else is
along with
answering a
the
question.
trends, and then I had to kind
And
of
she's
take a
just
step back 'cause that's
aghast
where I
over
got
what's
the
going
most
on with me.
rejections where
You'll see
it
her
was like
start
no one
laughing in a
wanted this
second here, I
Labubu
think.
Keychain that I had, and in my head, like Labubus.
And I'm
are in,
fixing my
you know?
mic,
I
and I'm trying to
personally
fix the
wouldn't put that on
webcam.
my backpack, but like that was definitely
go
like
east?
for me just figuring out like okay, who would
She's
follow
just
this
laughing.
trend
She's
and
laughing
something
at my
that
fucking
is important.
screen,
And
bro.
also,
And she wants
I
me to
think, like,
unmute.
the
I'm like,
biggest
fuck
struggle
no,
that
I'm
I
busy,
had
bro.
was just breaking the
And she's
fear of
totally
talking to people
ignoring the other
because
student's
I'm a
answer to
very
the question.
outgoing person. Like I can talk to
And now I'm
anyone,
trying to
but
like
it was more so,
update
like,
my webcam's
when I
exposure
would
because it's
approach
dark
someone,
now.
I feel like I
And
would
and my
get
mouse fucks
in
up
my
and I
head
accidentally
for
search
some
it
reason,
in
like someone that I
Edge.
didn't know. That's why
And
I
I'm trying to
answered
fix
the
it, and my mouse has water. The mouse pad has water, so I
Right,
open
but
up a
guys,
video
people that you
somehow.
don't know is
And it's just
definitely,
I open a video recording of like the failed day
Austin,
9
I
attempt.
have to ask you.
Finally
what
get back to Zoom in
exactly
time.
is happening with the weather today in Gainesville?
And we finally we get the interaction here. But dude, it was such a, there was water all over my my mouse pad because it was seeping through the umbrella. His umbrella actually broke. I want to see if I can find that. His umbrella broke, and you saw it happen live during class.
Doing
Yeah, I was able to.
Again, it's one of those things I just wasn't able to feature in that video.
So you get to use your creativity and solid. So use those same with each. Okay, so this is a green screen. And pivot because
Look at the
maybe you're
umbrella.
getting that rejection.
Right
you
there!
need to
Right
think
there! You see
through
that shit?
What
The wind was so strong, it snapped his umbrella in half.
ice and go for
I was like,
more
oh my god.
and offer value.
Look at that.
Pivot because
Look at that.
maybe you're getting that rejection.
I'm trying to close it, and
you
it
need
just
to
fucking
think through
snaps.
What
I had to get him a new umbrella, bro. Oh my god, this day was such a disaster. We tried to end it with me going through a drive-through, but he took too long to get there. And the drive-through took too long to serve me. So I'm in the Burger King drive-through towards the end of class here. And like at the very end, I get my food.
Bye, guys. A big part of the grade.
So like right
So,
here,
hope
I
to
hold
see
up
everyone
the Burger
next.
King bag right as like class is ending. So just barely got that in time. This day had so much craziness going on. It was just unbelievable. I want to see if I have a good video of like how soaked everything was. Oh my God. Is this me? Like, I guess it's me going through the rain right here. Okay, I can probably take this off now. Get my mouse back. Okay, I guess I don't have any good videos of me going through the rain, but this is me like right having gone through it already. Just craziness. Here's this umbrella, bro. Here's this fucking shredded umbrella. It's so crazy. It was just so funny.
Dude,
bro.
his umbrella's completely fucked.
I didn't know. I thought that was just a picture. Making my... Oh my God. This guy sent me... Oh, I gotta make sure I don't show part of this image. This guy sent me a screenshot of the Domino's order. He sent me a screenshot. I can't move this tab, can I? I gotta be very careful when I do this to not leak my address. He just sent me this, bro. He just sent me this. This isn't the full screenshot, but he sent me the screenshot of the order being made. So I think pizza will be coming. Will it be paid? I don't know. Will they find their way into this building? I don't know. But I just kicked my webcam tripod again. But there is a pizza coming to someone somewhere. So this will be interesting. Okay. So yeah, I don't have any videos of it when it was like soaked, unfortunately, because it was just so chaotic. But dude, day 10, probably the most chaotic day of all. And the day itself was pretty funny because I don't even think I showed this yet. She noticed.
Day 10 of a 10.
Like it was clear she realized it was real at this point. And somebody exposed my account. Somebody had seen the video. So let's just watch this.
Cast was not looking promising, and sure enough, it started pouring. And my professor
This is one of the days she wasn't sharing her screen, so I got to like focus the
had
screens
this
up.
to say.
Austin, I have to ask you, what exactly is happening with the weather today?
I don't know if you can hear me right now.
We can hear
my
you.
green screen's bugging out right now.
I
Sorry.
thought this was funny. I thought this was funny. And dude, during this interaction, Corey leaks the fact that I'm posting this. So really, like, he's the reason that like I got exposed, that my professor found out about the series as much as she did.
Corey is commenting, we've seen your TikTok, so I feel like there's more to the story here. Yes, please send your username.
And other people were asking what the username was, and she wanted me to send it as well. So I did. And that's how she started watching the videos. There's a few comments somewhere around here that say, L Corey, fuck you, Corey. Corey's an op. It's L Corey right there. Look at that shit. Oh, that was funny, bro. That was funny. That was so funny. Oh my God. I want to see if there's more. Dude, this comment, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Do it while cracking a girl. There's a comment on one of these videos that said, do it while beating it. And I replied with like a sun gif and I ratioed the fuck out of him. It was so funny. Oh, I want to find more comments bashing Corey because they're so funny. Corey low-key exposed me, bro. I mean, I didn't care. It was bound to happen eventually, but it was... I didn't know people were seeing the videos or not because nobody had commented on it until then. I guess there's no other comments about Corey here, but oh my God, it was so funny. Corey catching these strays. Dude, it's me, Corey. I don't think you are with 2015 in your name. I guess there's no more. At least on Instagram, but oh, that shit was so funny. It was so funny watching the bash Corey and just the whole sequence of how things went. It was a chaotic day. Where should we rank this chaotic day? I don't know. What for 5 subs? What are you about to give me 5 subs, Cameron Jones? What am I going to do for 5 subs? What should I do for 5 subs? What do you think is reasonable, Cameron? I supposedly have a pizza coming. Maybe I could do something with that. People saying A. Yeah, it's really tough, bro. It's really tough because I want to put it in S just because of, like, how fucking, like, this was a crazy day. But, like, you didn't see a lot of the craziness, you know? And it didn't perform as well as some of the others. But it was an awesome day, though, bro. Like, I guess we'll put it in A, but this is like a high ranking A. This was a crazy day, and it was we went through hell for this. And my friend AC, he's like, I'm never gonna forget this day, Austin. We have that memory together now, so that was really cool. That was really cool. Actually, he messaged me earlier today. How's April going? Because he knew April was gonna be tough for me. I'm like, well, I got a lot of shit going on. I'm actually gonna be doing a stream tonight, ranking the class days, so. I don't know. He's probably not watching, but shout out to him for letting me attend class in his truck. So then we have day 11, and day 11 is pretty cool. Let's watch it.
Of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. A lot of people wanted me to attend class while getting a haircut,
So we're here today to make it happen.
This time she noticed almost instantly.
And I am so excited for this. Oh, wow. I see Austin is getting his haircut. Thank you, Austin, for listening to your fans this way.
And she had a surprise for me, too.
You're showing my profile. That's amazing.
I love it. Yes. I love that there's some really good entrepreneurial skills here.
My haircut continued for the rest of class and ended up turning out great.
Can't believe the professor had a whole segment about me during class. Gotta keep it going. Where should we go next?
So I had been looking, like on TikTok specifically, ton of suggestions on like day 9 and 10. Get a haircut, do it while you get a haircut. And that's tough because I pretty much need permission for that. So I looked up some local barbershops in the area, called a few of them, didn't work out. And I posted a story. I got desperate, bro. I posted a story on Instagram and I was like, yo, any local barbers who'd be down? Like, I'm getting desperate here. Anybody know any local barbers? And Zach Fraz. Let's see if I can pull up his DM right now. This guy right here. This guy is the reason day 11 happened. I mean, of course, the barber himself is the reason. But Zach Fraz, shout out to him. Here it is. Try Lone Wolf Barbershop, and he links the page. He's a goat. I bet he'd be down to let you do class there. And it was hard to find information about this barbershop. This was kind of obscure. And he told me to send him a DM, linked his Instagram, and I did. And the guy, I don't need to show my DMs with the guy, but he was down. He was interested, and sure enough. So this was like a one-chair barbershop. Like, this is the only chair. It's like a very personal, private barbershop, which is I was kind of hoping for a busier one, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And this did make a more intimate experience. That was cool. And he was so cool. This guy was so awesome. Cut my hair, synced it up perfectly, let me get the shots I needed. And this was just such a cool idea for attending class to actually make this happen. This is the first and only time I got permission from an outside party to set something up. And it was really cool.
Day 11.
I think the colors I used for this text was ass, and the shot was busy, but I mean, that's how the barbershop is. Maybe I could have done better with that. I don't know. I like this shot with me pointing at the barbershop symbol. That was really cool. Now, if I could go back and change this. You came across my Instagram reel where I made the Circle K logo, W guy for covering the laptop. Yo, even Joker. How many people have seen that video? Chat, type 1 if you've seen that video of the homeless guy helping with the Circle K logo. Because that video has blown the fuck up. Since you brought it up, let's check it real quick. Let's just check it real quick, okay? Because I'm dying to know how it's going. I'm low-key dying to know. Austin the Clip Man. Only 4 viewers. Well, thanks for shouting out how much of a loser I am on YouTube. Autodad. Hey, at least you're here. I guess it's kind of leveled out. I was getting more views earlier. So he has 300 views. That's ass. 4.6 million views in 30 hours is crazy, especially compared to these 2 recent videos. This clip went fucking bonkers, bro. I mean, let's watch this shit together. How many of y'all saw this live? Type 3. I'm trying to like replicate the logo. What's up? I'm trying to like replicate the logo in the game, basically.
That's really cool. Like, you almost have it dead on. You got to keep the red going, and you have to add a red behind it after the K.
What do we think of this? Does this go like, you think it goes further enough past it, or should we do a little bit further?
No, that's wonderful. I think one needs to be deleted off of that one.
This one, like, make it one less?
Yep, I think so.
So this is like the general outline of what it would be.
I think that looks good.
It's hard to see when it's
Thanks
so
for the
bright.
compliment, Mr. Dad.
There you go. Make it a little bit better. Appreciate it. All right, these last few right here. See how it looks. Hey, how about that?
I think that's passable.
Nice to meet you, bro. This video went crazy on every platform. I haven't checked TikTok, but it had like 450,000 in like under 12 hours. It was crazy. Or maybe just a little over 12 hours. But like, I wasn't sure when I posted this video if it would pop off or not. I guess it has. I think the caption was good and the editing helped a lot, but it was just a good story. It's just a positive, wholesome moment, you know. And I am planning on like giving him the revenue I make from this video. I'm like, and my thought was if I got at least 1 million views on YouTube on this short of him helping me finish the logo, I'd give him the revenue for it, because at that point it's like a reasonable amount of money. If the short got like 10K views, that's like what, $2.50. Hey, here you go, bro. And fuck that. Had to get a decent amount of views. It's at 4.5 million views. So when that evens out, that's probably going to be like $700 of revenue alone. That's a lot of money to give to this guy. So my plan is maybe I'll get me a friend that can be a cameraman. And that's the clip that brought you to my stream. So that's the reason I'm getting a pizza, huh? Hell yeah. Maybe I'll get a friend to be a cameraman. I think I'm going to record this. And he told me where he lives. And I'm going to show up before I leave town with $700 or however much it is. Say, hey, remember when we built the logo together? I posted the clip. It went viral. People loved it. I get paid for views. And you're the reason it happened. So here you go. So, and then that'll be more view farming maybe. But no, this was a super wholesome moment. I was kind of weirded out at first, and so was chat, but it ended up being really nice, especially this moment right here that somebody was talking about covering the sign or covering my laptop with the sign. That was just immediately he did that. That was awesome. Really cool. It's nice to get views on a clip again. So it was a cool moment. I just posted that yesterday. All right, we got a new message on Discord. Let's see. Never mind. It's not from the guy who's buying me a pizza, so it doesn't matter. All right. Anyways. God damn it. Let's not get distracted here. All right. If I could go back and redo this video.
And I am so excited for this. Oh, wow. I see Austin is getting his hair cut. Thank you, Austin, for listening to your fans this way.
And she had a surprise for me, too.
You're showing my profile. That's amazing.
I love it. Yes. I love that there's some really good entrepreneurial skills here.
My haircut continued for the rest of class and ended up turning out great.
That's what the video would be. It was really awesome that she actually featured my profile during a lesson in class. That was super cool. Super unbelievable. And I think my like loyal followers probably thought that was really cool. But I think including that shit in this video killed the retention. I neutered this video, bro. I castrated it. I shouldn't have included that shit. It made it longer than it needed to be. It wasn't relevant for the goal of the video. If I could go back and repost this video, I'd cut that shit out. It would really be, oh, wow. I see Austin is getting his haircut. Thank you, Austin, for listening to your followers this way. My haircut continued for the rest of the class and ended up turning out great, and that's what the video would be. It would be shorter, it'd be to the point, retention. Oh my God. I think if I had done that, this video would have gotten 5 times the views at least. I'd have cut that shit out in the middle, 5 times the views, because it's such a good idea. She noticed, it's funny. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. So, you know, it's awesome she featured my profile, and I think it was cool to share that moment, but I think doing so killed the retention. So I look at this video and I see missed opportunity. But it was really cool. It was really cool I got to do this. So I can't put this any higher than A. I can't put it S because I see missed opportunity. But the fact this guy was down to let me do that was awesome. He was super cool. Lone Wolf Barbershop, check him out, bro. Am I going to graduate college or high school? Son, You know what I need? If I ever am like streaming from my room and like I have a consistent setup that's easy, because I do have a stream deck that I've never taken out of the box because I never use it because I'm always streaming out fucking side. I'd press a button right now to put a sun reaction GIF on screen and play a Vine Boom, because that's my reaction to that message, bro. Do I look that young? Do I really look like I'm in fucking high school right now, bro? I'm 22 years old. I'm going to graduate college, bro. I'm going to graduate in like 2 weeks. So figured I'd dress the part for this stream. But, yeah. So yeah, I really wish I had edited this video differently. It's killing me inside because it's so easy. I almost want to post it as a trial reel and just see how it would do on Instagram, but it is what it is, you know. Super cool to that guy. Let me do that, though. Very nice. Anyways. So that was day 11, and it was nice because right after this I had spring break, so I had some time to regroup because these last 3 days were really fucking stressful. I needed some time to like get my bearings, whatever, figure shit out. Figured that was a time to try a good time to try out a different piece of content. Did anybody see this video about me trying to run a marathon at a marathon gas station? Type 3 if you saw this video, bro. You're 20 in the army, you should have went to college. I believe you, because your Discord profile has you wearing like army attire. I don't think this guy's going to scam us. I think we're actually going to get a free pizza. Like, I think this is possible. So guys, as you can see, this video performed worse than the series, but it was spring break. I didn't have class. I thought this was a good time to recap this marathon attempt that I did almost a month prior. So we won't talk too much about this, but 10K likes is pretty cool. Sadly, most of the comments were about the class series. People didn't really give a shit about the actual stunt, but whatever. I was hoping that spring break would give me some time to think of some new ideas for some new spots, figure some new things out. But I was a couch potato over spring break. This was probably my most unproductive spring break of all time. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. So when I came back, I didn't really have any ideas lined up. Like, this is an incredible run. Lake, back of a moving truck, fucking linked up with a barber. And then it's just not. The series just kind of it falls off, bro. I fell off after spring break. It's sad. Thanks, Maynard, for the follow. And we're gonna talk about it right here.
12 of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. A lot of people have told me to do it from the middle of a forest.
So we're here today to make it happen.
I stayed under the radar for the majority of class, but with just a few minutes left, she put me on the spot.
Is anybody good at math? Real quick, who's the best at math? Austin, probably you. Could you go through the chat and just like add up everybody's total?
Yes, just got it done. $517.
Oh my gosh, that's more than I thought. Okay, great.
Somehow, she didn't seem to notice.
I guess being in the middle of a literal forest was enough to get her attention. Where should we go next week?
This video's so bad. This video's so bad. This may be our first D tier of the rank. This video, I thought it's a pretty beautiful spot of forest. There were some people who suggested forest, but I only did this because I didn't have anything else planned. I didn't have any other ideas that I thought were feasible at the time. I didn't have any other collabs set up with any fucking hairstylists or anything. So this was just like a backup plan. And it didn't perform as well.
E12 of attending.
And I guess it's obvious as to why. I still think this shot is cool, but sunlight wasn't working with me.
A lot of people
make it happen.
I was literally sitting in class dying inside like, oh my god, this is so boring. This is such a bad spot. Why did I do this?
Majority of.
And I felt like it kind of went against the vibe. I mean, she didn't say anything about it, but like, why are we even continuing if like she doesn't say anything about it? Why is the spot not interesting? I don't know. It just, I'm sorry, day 12, but I think this got to go D tier, bro. I think it's got to go D tier. It took a lot of effort too. Like, I had to take, I think 4, maybe 5 trips to carry everything into the forest and go over terrain. Like, it took a decent amount of effort to make this happen. But people didn't care. my heart wasn't into it. My professor didn't say anything because even though she knew about it, it wasn't interesting. So it's just a weak video. Shame. Not my best work. Not my best work. I had such a good run right here, and you know, I could have done better, man. I could have done better. This is like probably the weakest video in the series. I mean, I thought McDonald's was the weakest, but like with everything that the series had become up to this point, and I had a week off, and this is the best I could do. It's just, and I knew during it that was bad. I just, day 12. What are we gonna do with you? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But luckily, we rebounded kind of nicely with day 13.
My online class from weird places until my professor notices. You guys have been begging me to do it in the middle of the ocean.
So we're here today to make it happen.
I was getting ready to ask a question, but my professor had this to say.
I shared with you, Kristen, that this class has gone viral. I think we're at 20 million, maybe 25 million views. This is thanks to Austin, who I believe is at the beach right now. Of course I noticed, Austin. Way to call me out in the last video saying I didn't notice. We have to stay focused on the curriculum.
I think it's safe to say she noticed today.
I guess this means she's watching every video I'm posting. Hi, Professor Gardner. Where should we go next?
I like this. This is somebody LARPed as her. Professor Gardena. Yes, we are viral. And I replied, who is this? the meme gif. That was funny. This day was chaotic again. So if y'all have been here the whole time, you know that I attended class on a beach and I attended class standing in a lake. I basically combined those together for day 13. And it was because, again, I didn't really have anything like planned all that interesting. And I figured that, you know, standing in a lake did well, staying in an ocean could do well too. And people were suggesting do it at a beach, even though I had already done it at a beach the previous semester. So I'm like, I guess this is worth running back. And it's not the most interesting thing I could have done, but it is cool. And like, this opening shot is like totally real.
13
like,
of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices.
How many of y'all noticed that? When y'all watch this, did y'all notice that my tripod literally falls over
day 13
in the opening shot and my phone falls into the water? Like, I couldn't make this the opening like thumbnail, so I just did before that bottom text showed up. Literally, like, my phone fell into the water twice during this. Like, this was a disaster. Again, I went to a different beach because you didn't notice. How the fuck do you not notice? So I'm like, I didn't want to go all the way to the other beach, drive 2.5 hours. So I went to a closer one that was only like an hour and 40 minutes away. Luckily, the internet was good enough. And I got there with like reasonable enough time to spare, but I think I was a little bit late to class. And so I think I was like 10, 15 minutes late or something like that. So that was already like off to a poor start. And then the waves are causing me trouble. I wasn't able to get like a continuous tripod shot of me building my setup because of the waves. So I had to improvise. I just used this one continuous one that ended a little bit early because of the waves, and I made it the hook, and I guess it was interesting. The video got views. And it made me late to class. My phone was in the water. I was all stressed about that shit. And then something else happened. And again, I don't have the video on this fucking computer for some reason. You're listening to my logo voice. Yeah, the ASMR. So I guess I got to pull out my flash drive again. Rip my mouse. Because I got to show you this. I got to see if I can find this. I don't even know when this was.
That all you would do is in like person that you're working for. Get on board with the end result of that. To the customer.
Man.
Myself strategy. It doesn't.
Oh man.
And working on data that.
So here I am, paying attention in class, and my tripod kept getting knocked, and like the waves were aggressive, but I kept saving it. And at one point, the wave hit my tripod, and it didn't knock the tripod over, but it knocked my webcam off the tripod. The webcam unplugs from its cable it's connected to and plunges into the ocean, and this is the exact moment it happens.
I could organize, cut, control. I wish to be able to just stand up a website.
You see me try to grab it, and I can't get it in time, and it unplugs when it's looking straight up at the sky.
And launch.
And that's it. And I throw my headphones down, and somehow it just cycles through tab on these programs.
No, because.
And eventually, I'm like, shit, I gotta figure something else out. So I got my other webcam and set it up on top of my laptop. The angle wasn't as good, but at least something worked, and I was able to get that shot of me asking a question. So that was a disaster, and that webcam plunged into the ocean. My phone has decent waterproofness. Most phones do nowadays. So my phone, besides like the charging port had moisture, I couldn't charge it directly for a little bit. It was fine. That webcam, on the other hand, that shit was going to be cooked. So I performed surgery. I went to town, looked everything up. I winched it off with distilled water. I couldn't find distilled water, so the best I could do was vapor distilled smart water. Then I ordered isopropyl alcohol, 99.9% off of Amazon, soaked it in there, and I got silica gel packets and put it in a sealed bag with that for 60 hours. And when I took it out, to my surprise, despite being plunged into the ocean, it still worked. And I actually have it with me today, and I'm going to show you that it still works. This is my new webcam. This wasn't the one that fell in the ocean. Also, yo, what's up with the pizza? Yo, who's the dude who was getting me pizza? Yo, Swaggering, I don't even remember what your name was on Twitch. Are you still here? It's been like half an hour and nothing. What's up with the pizza, bro? Is the DoorDasher confused? They keep changing the delivery time. What's the delivery time right now? Can I get a ballpark? So, like, is anything happening here? I don't know. So this is the webcam that was submerged in the ocean for like a good 10 seconds probably. And despite 10:19 to 10:29, oh, so we could get here soon. Oh shit, I gotta be ready. Let's see. All right, the exposure is kind of off. Ta-da! It's my old webcam. Fell into the ocean. Still works. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. Just wanted to show that it's still real. Yeah, it had low exposure. I had to turn on auto exposure to get the shot there. But yeah, despite falling into the ocean on day 13, that webcam still works. Had to perform surgery and life-saving tactics on it, but it works. So that's some lore. That day was a disaster too. Maybe not as much of a disaster, but it really sucked. I'm just happy I didn't destroy any of my equipment. Put this back on. So yeah, I should plug my mouse back in. Hello? What the hell? Okay. My mouse didn't connect at first. So yeah, day 13 was kind of a disaster. A lot of problems with that. So I guess, but it was a cool spot. It got decent views. I think this is one of the few videos that outpaced Instagram. 4.7 million on Instagram, but on YouTube, 5.1 million. So Instagram usually has the most views, but YouTube actually beat it out this time. I think we'll put it in B tier, honestly. I think we'll put it in B tier because it was an interesting. To do it in Ocean is cool, and despite the hardships, I overcame it, and the video performed decently well. But like, I could have done more, you know. I could have done more. I already did it standing in a lake, and I already did it on a beach. I just combined the two ideas. This wasn't that groundbreaking. But again, it was that period of time where, you know, I didn't really have anything planned. And I guess my motivation was probably low too. And it was something I thought would perform well, and it performed decently well. And but I don't think it deserves anything better than B. You're gonna go to sleep. It's 4:20. Oh, Cuban Cat, no. Well, I'm glad you stuck around. Thanks for being here. Good night, Austin. I hope you Austin, whatever that means. I'm glad you came. I'm sorry that it took so long and destroyed your sleep schedule. I really appreciate you being here for as long as you have been. Cuban Cat, one of the most loyal viewers I have. Is this backwards? Oh my, stole is backwards. This is unacceptable. How did that happen? Wait, is it backwards? Okay. It's not backwards now. Whatever. But yeah, that day 13, I feel like it could have been better. It could have been more. But it still was good, and you know, I think B tier fits reasonably for it. So yeah. All right, we're almost there. So day 14. Day 14 should have been so much more. Day 14 should have been so much more. There's ideas that I wanted to do that didn't pan out. Like I called or went to 5 different grocery stores, wanted to set up in the middle of the grocery store to attend class in a supermarket because that was the suggested idea a lot. Didn't work out, either because they didn't give me permission or the internet was bad inside or there just wasn't a good angle, whatever it was. So that didn't pan out. And for day 14, I'm like, shit, man, my last 2 days haven't been as good as they could be. I got to go all out for this. I got to make this shit happen. And I got this guy in my DMs. I got this guy from down south who's a private pilot. And he has been following my page since last semester. So he's been here a while. And he's been telling me, yo, bro, come out to my city. I could fly you around my plane during class. And I'm like, oh my God, that's kind of crazy, but that would be cool. But like the details were kind of murky last semester. It's like, you know, I'd have to drive like 5 hours to get there and then 5 hours back. And like he, at the time when I was asking questions, it didn't seem as clear if the internet would be as good and it wouldn't be as long of a flight, and it just didn't happen. It wasn't, the series only started picking up steam at the very end last semester. So it didn't work out. But day 14, I'm like, I got to do something interesting. I got to do something cool. I got to make this happen. So I hit up the guy. I'm like, yo, you think we can do this? You think we can make this happen? And he's like, yeah, sure, we can. And we went over some details and like, this seems reasonable. We could do this. And I'm mentally preparing myself to make the 5-hour drive to meet with this guy to attend class while being flown in an airplane, a private plane. But unfortunately, God once again decided to fuck me over, and the weather was shit. He messages me like the night before. He's like, yo, the rain, the forecast I'm looking at, there's going to be rain tomorrow. It's a little too much for my comfort zone. I don't fly in this because I don't trust it to be fully safe. And I'm like, word, I respect you keeping the safety of the flight paramount, but I am disappointed this doesn't work out. I was also sick that week. So it was like my most interesting idea that I was trying to set up with this guy, it fell through, and then I'm sick, and I have low motivation still. So what am I gonna do for this stream? I don't know. I keep changing the time, 10:22 to 10:28. Okay, well, we'll see if the pizza shows up or not. But yeah, the attending class in an airplane fell through. It sucked because that was a really popular suggestion too, and this was one hell of an opportunity for this guy to be willing to help me with it because of the weather. So that really sucked. But I was trying to think of, okay, what else can I do? You know, I have low motivation. I don't have anything planned. What else can I do to like, you know, do somewhat of an interesting spot for day 14? Because I was looking at the schedule. I'm like, okay, we only have 2 days left of class. So I gotta figure out something. But you're about to call Domino's. I thought I heard a bang. I thought I heard a bang of like a door closing out there, but you know, nobody's opened the door, nobody's knocked or anything as far as I'm aware. So AP official, you're still here. Hell yeah. Mr. Google just subbed on YouTube. Thanks for the sub. But yeah, I'm really bummed that it didn't work out to attend class from an airplane, because that really would have been See, the problem was like the hook for like, I said, hey, can I put my tripod on the runway and get a shot of the plane taking off or taxiing or something? He's like, no, we can't get that close. I'm like, oh my God. So that didn't work out. That wouldn't have worked out, rather. And I'm trying to think of like other ways we can get the shot. And he said, it's because it's in a plane. It's going to be interesting nonetheless. So I can only wonder. I bet that video would have performed better than the actual day 14 for sure. But it's just a shame it didn't work out, because that was really like a big, super cool idea that, you know, just a little bit of rain fucked it up. Shame. But yeah, that's what day 14 was originally going to be. But because I was sick, I didn't have anything else planned, we ended up here. Let's watch this.
Of attending my online class from weird places until my professor notices. A lot of people have been telling me to do it in an abandoned building.
So we're here today to make it happen.
After paying as much attention as I could for the first 2/3 of class, I raised my virtual hand to ask a question like I always do. But my professor had something to say to me first.
All right, let's see. Where is Austin today? Peter, please excuse us a minute. We always have to, is this an abandoned building, Austin?
Something like that.
She definitely noticed today.
State trooper just pulled up. Think it's time I get out of here. Last day of classes next week. Any ideas how to go out with a bang?
So this was like an actual abandoned building. Like I got some guy on my Discord server who told me an abandoned building was nearby. You have to go. All right, have a good night, AP official. Thanks for being here. So this guy tells me about this abandoned hotel, and I actually explored this on my own back in... When did I explore this last? Let me see if I can find the photos. I think November. I think early November, right? Like, I just explored this place for fun. Not even for... I mean, I was like, of course, considering, oh, could I stream in this building? I don't know, but the internet wasn't quite strong enough to maintain a stream, so that wouldn't work out. But, you know, I just have an interest in this sort of stuff naturally. So I was looking around this property, seeing what spots were there, and I was struck by how open it was. Like, there weren't any signs, there weren't any cameras, there weren't any fences or anything, any gates. So it was like, you know, this place, this has potential for something. I'm struggling to find the pictures of me at the site. I posted them in my Discord a while ago. Oh, here we go. October 31st, Halloween. I went to this place. Yeah, here we are, bro. This is, have a good night, Braden. This is me at the abandoned building back in October last year. October 31st, as a matter of fact. Like, this place is legit. It's a real abandoned building, bro. But, yeah, I went there for fun months ago. And when I'm trying to come up with a place to go to, I'm like, I think an abandoned building would be cool. That's something I could set up without permission, something somewhat interesting. And so I ended up on this place. I'm doing good, Texomaine. And, I don't know, I think I could have done better for the opening shot, but I thought it was interesting having, like, the shards of glass on the ground, that, like, exposed wooden wall, the broken windows, the graffiti, like, satanic star on the ground. I thought that was cool. This video didn't perform that well, but it is kind of a recent video. And not too many people were suggesting abandoned place at that point.
Paying as much attention as I could for the first 2/3 of class.
Really nervous.
I raised my virtual hand to ask a question like I always do, but my professor had something to say to me first.
All right, let's see. Where is Austin today? Peter, please excuse us a minute. We always have to, is this an abandoned building, Austin?
Like, let's just finish this out.
Today.
State trooper just...
This was real. I stayed after class for like 15 minutes to talk about the logistics of the final day when we were planning to do something together. And that extra 15 minutes cost me because an actual police officer pulled up, a state trooper.
Pulled up. Think it's time I get out of here.
And I thought I was cooked. I thought for sure I was cooked. And I'm standing at the edge of the building. I don't know if you could see. Let me find that picture again. Oh yeah, this will show you what I was seeing. So like, these are doorways. These are doorways, and they're supposed to be closed off, but they're not. So this is just like an open, like, area. You fall to the ground, you die, bro. So like, that's just open like that. It's supposed to be a wall, but it's not. And I decided, okay, I don't want to take this cop by surprise because he sees my car there. I don't want to take him by surprise being in the building. So I went to the edge of this and I waved out of it. And he didn't see me. And I kept waving. He wouldn't see me. So I'm like, shit, I guess I'll just start disassembling my setup and go out and I'll meet him there. And by the time I do that, he's gone. I'm like, what the hell? So I pack my things into my car and I'm driving off. And I call my friend. I say, hey, like a state trooper pulled up, but they left. You're new to this show. What do I do? Well, this is a different stream. I'm talking about the class series, Mercy. Have you seen the series where I attend my online class from a weird place? That series just ended yesterday, so I'm recapping it right now. We're almost done. Usually I'm building logos outside of weird places, but anyways. So I'm talking to my friend. I'm like, yo, the state trooper pulled up. He definitely ran my plates, but then he left. What's up with that? Like, is there a warrant or some shit? Are they going to come and, like, get me? Like, am I going to get pulled over? What do I expect, basically? What made me start the series? Balloons series? It was a message from, or Balloons Fighter. It was a simple message from a classmate. He recognized me during my class last semester and suggested I attend a class from outside of Walmart, a joke. And I took it seriously, and here we are. Yeah, it was all thanks to Jaden, and MC smoothed the edges around to make it a series, but I saw multiple shorts of logos. I do. Good. Keep it up. Thanks. Appreciate it, bro. But yeah, I'm calling my friend, like, what do I expect? You called them, they answer, you can hear the background, and they just end the call? I heard a noise, like... This is really weird. Hope I get my dinner, bruh. I heard a noise like a door slamming. I thought it was like the door to the stairway. I'm like, why wouldn't they use the elevator? That's what it sounded like. But then I didn't hear anything else. I didn't hear any knocks on the door. They obviously didn't open it. So I don't know. It's weird. But, yo, what's up, David? But yeah, I'm calling my friend. The driver still hasn't left. Left where? The store? He hasn't left the store? What the fuck? El Domino's, bro. You're looking forward for more logos? You'll see them soon, bro. Maybe on Thursday. But I'm calling my friend. I'm like, what do I expect? What do I do? And as I'm leaving the entrance to this place, I look to my left, and the state trooper is parked there right in front of it. And I'm like, well, shit. I roll down my window, and I wave to him. Finally, he sees me. And he, like, opens his window and does this motion for me to pull up next to him. So I do. And he says, so what were you doing in there? Not like a, what were you doing? Just, what were you doing? Just genuinely curious. And I told him, I showed him the video of me. State Trooper just pulled up. I showed him that video. And I told him about the series, and I showed him my TikTok, and it ended up with him following me. So Jonas, if you're watching, shout out to you. Yeah, the State Trooper followed my TikTok. Didn't tell me to, like, not go in there. Didn't write me a citation. Didn't even ask for my ID. Just didn't care whatsoever. And it was, yeah, I'm surprised I got out of that without charges or anything worse. So yeah, day 14 had some cool stuff happen. I think C tier. I don't think it deserves to be in D tier, but like it's not the most interesting in the world. Like it just reminds me of missed opportunity. Like here's the thing, I'm in a classroom, David, like an actual classroom to celebrate the class series. Like, here's the thing. By the time the professor noticed and told me to stop, and then eventually came around and was aware of it, the semester was already winding down. So, like, the timing worked out well for the finale here, you know? Like, she noticed here, but then she was following the page, so it's like, all right, I'll do it again. And this was a suggested idea, so I mean, I guess this gets a pass. But, like, at this point, it really should have been, like, doing the finale then. Like, I shouldn't have gone on more days. I should have ended it on day 12, I guess, and just set up meeting with her then. Because these 3 days just kind of dragged it out, and it's like... I mean, people like the videos. They like this one. These were okay. But, like, it dragged the series out to an extent of, like... Yeah, I got the fun trooper for real. It dragged the series out to the point, like, the she's noticed already, and she's not totally into it, and the people aren't into it. The ideas are stale. It's just, I don't know. I think C tier is reasonable. And now, last day of class, day 15, posted just yesterday. Let's watch it, bro.
Of attending my online class for weird places until my professor notices. You guys have been begging me since the start to meet up with her in
Oh, shit.
person.
CPA
So we're here
commented.
together from the middle of an airport. We dropped a few hints during
wanna
class to see
pin
if anyone
that.
would catch on, but nobody seemed to notice until we had our big reveal at the very end.
Good. Obviously, we're both here at the Tampa airport. So we're having fun with that all class as well. Thank you for Austin for his creativity, and thanks for a great semester.
I think it's safe to say we went out with a bang.
This has been an unbelievable series. Thank you for all the support. It's been a pleasure.
Let me pin that.
Day 15 of attending my online class for weird places until my professor notices. You guys have been begging me since the start to meet up with her in person.
Okay, I can't, like, mute the volume, bro. Oh, I guess I did. Oh, I paused it or something? I want to pin their comment, but I'm not finding it on mobile. Can I sort by new? Top of a parking garage. I don't know if that would have been, like, quite worth the end, though, you know? Something went wrong. Please try again. Okay, I don't know why I can't pin it. Whatever, fuck it. Later problem. So the idea here was I wanted to meet up with her, and like people, especially on TikTok, were begging for her house, specifically the backyard. And I felt like she was more approachable than my last professor. So during office hours, I was like, hey, the people have spoken. Backyard it is. And she's like, I don't want my house on the internet like that, Austin. And I'm like, oh. So that stunk. But she was very much open to doing something. And the reason we ended up in an airport specifically was because she knows the guy who does the social media for this airport. So he probably knows this guy who wrote this comment. And this flamingo statue here has like a meme page, or like a meme presence rather, on here. Like you'll see it's everywhere. I feel like it's more of a millennial meme, to tell you the truth. So I didn't think it would resonate with my audience, and having to explain all that shit would have torpedoed their attention. So whatever. We just ended up in an airport because that's where we ended up. She knew the social media guy, so she got permission. Security didn't fuck with us. And it was a public place. It was an interesting place. And as you can see, we sat right next to each other. This is my idea, or I moved the chairs, I rotated them. Is that a real classroom? I don't know, Mercy. You tell me, bruh. What do you think? But yeah, we sat next to each other, and then we got the flamingo in the background because that's what she wanted, that's what she cared about, and you could still see terminals and shit. I made sure to... I think the way I addressed this was pretty tactful, like...
Day 15 of attending my online class for weird places until my professor notices. You guys have been begging me since the start to meet up with her in person.
So we're here together from the middle of an airport.
I think I handled that really well. I like gave them attention. Like, I get it, you guys want me to go to her house, but we're gonna do something a little different. I think that went well. So you could see terminals here or whatever.
We dropped a few hints.
This wasn't very obvious. She's holding a flamingo plushie in her hand. And because the black sensor bar, like, covered up part of the screen, that would have been nice to see.
Airport.
She's holding a flamingo plushie that she bought.
We dropped.
Then she throws it over.
A few hints during class to see if anyone would catch on.
And I pick it up and hold it, and we have the same background. But, like, it's kind of hard to see that in this video, so I don't know if people could tell.
Our big reveal at the very end.
Good. Obviously, we're both here at the Tampa airport. So we're having fun with that.
Then I just leaned into our screen right there, and then
all class.
This was the only classmate that had a reaction. The other two that were visible on my screen, NPCs, but Megan
Thank you
had
for
a reaction,
Austin
so
for
that
his
was cool.
creativity. Sure.
I think it's safe to say we went out with a bang.
This has been an unbelievable series. Thank you for all the support. It's been a pleasure.
And I grappled a lot with what the ending should be, but I just did something simple. Not teasing a season 3 because I'm graduating. Yeah, it's active during the day. There were some classes in here earlier, supposedly. I didn't see him, but so yeah, it was day 15. That was the finale. And she commented herself, I pinned this on mobile. First comment, not in your house. But yeah, I feel like it has to go S tier just because of the fact that, like, you know, finale to the series, people seem it's a little early to say. I feel like it hasn't set in yet. I feel like it has to go S tier just because of the fact that, like, getting her to actually come out to a separate location than like the first professor's office is so awesome, and that was so cool of her and very generous to show her time like that. So that was really nice of her. And I think the reveal at the end was cool, so I think S tier is reasonable for that. And after that, chat, that's the tier list complete. 4 S tiers, day 4, day 6, day 9, day 15. 5 A tiers, day 3, day 5, day 8, day 10, day 11. 2 B tiers, day 1 and day 13. Those are very far apart. 3 C tiers, day 2, day 7, day 14, and 1 D tier, day 12. I think that's it. I'll go ahead and screenshot this because I don't know if I can save this necessarily. Hold on, you weren't showing up. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Oh, save or download. That's probably what I should do. Class series ranking by Austin the Wingman. Export image. Actually, I should probably, I don't know if it's going to show some weird shit in File Explorer. Whatever. The button's not working anyway. Whatever. University of Florida Havlik. I'll go ahead and say it because I'm going to be graduating here soon enough. So there it is. Well, chat, I think that's about it. I think that's about it for me. It's been 3 hours, just over 3 hours. Glad I got to talk about a lot of this series, a lot of it that meant a lot to me, finally put it out there. Because it was a pretty big part of my life for 6 months. And it's strange to think that it's over. It's nice to not have to deal with the stress of like, oh my God, I don't know what to do for these days. These days are trash, whatever. But at the same time, there's a lot of good content there and a lot of good opportunity, and people really resonate with the series, so it's a shame that's over. Am I going to talk about me maybe failing math? Yeah, I guess. It's just, I have a final for that class on Wednesday. I'm not really up to date with what's going on in that class. I didn't take the second exam too seriously because I did really good on the first one. I got a 50 on it. The average is like an 83 and I got a 50, the lowest score in the whole class. So I'm pretty confident that I have the lowest score, like the lowest overall average out of everyone in the class at an 84, which isn't bad. But like, I need to like lock in for this final, bro. It's kind of serious. So it's I don't really know what's going on, which sucks, so I gotta lock. I don't have time, but I gotta try to lock in, so we'll see what happens. That's the last thing I have to do. That's the last like iffy class, but I've had iffy classes in previous semesters, so I'm familiar with this. Am I doing other content later in life? Yeah, I guess we can talk a little bit about next steps. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. Who knows if any of them are going to actually happen. It's a shame because this is my moment, bro. This is my moment. This is my attempt. Yo, what's up, John? This is my attempt to venture out to a different type of content right here. This marathon attempt. And there's probably stuff I could have done better with editing it, but it did so much worse than the other videos, and people didn't really care, and retention was ass, and I put so much time and effort into this, and comments, besides on YouTube, that's just like, do your online class in the woods, do your classes in a pool, the series, do it in a like, people didn't even care about what I did here. So you enjoyed the series. I'm glad you did. Good luck with finals. Appreciate it, Havlik. I'm all right, John. I'm tired and I have a headache and I have a lot to do, but we're chilling. But yeah, it's just, this was like, you know, David asking me about what content I'm going to do later. This was like a taste of what it could be. Run a marathon at a marathon gas station, beat all the FNAF games at a Chuck E. Cheese. I already cooked chilies outside of a Chili's. Cooked chili outside of a Chili's, but that's a good example. You know, stuff like that, you know, more higher production, more time commitment streams, you know. Like this stream got 3,400 views, like 2,000 unique viewers on Twitch, which is crazy. So like people liked it, which was surprising, but this video just didn't do too well. So I don't know, that's like a taste of what my content could be, but it didn't perform as well as I wish it would have. So kind of doesn't make me as confident as I would like to be doing more stuff like it. I thought about adapting the series for jobs. Day one of attending my online job interview, from weird places until I get hired. But it's hard to get interviews, and people are like, well, you could get rejected. Don't be unemployed for us. And I don't know if it'll hit the same. I've thought about a Minecraft series where I go to in-person locations, beat the game, and it's the same biome in real life. Like, imagine an ocean-only world, I beat it in the ocean. Forest-only world, I beat it in the forest. But does that matter? Do people care? I don't know. So in terms of main channel content, I don't know what the future looks like. My professor this semester was asking me about that. Like, oh my God, what are you going to do after this, Austin? You need to have a plan. You need to think about this. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. My one venture out into the unknown kind of kicked me in the balls. So you think, what's a good idea? Some trivia stuff with people on the street, maybe. I mean, if it's anything to go off of, like, putting myself in situations where stuff like this can happen. I mean, Dave & Buster's giving me free food, that's one thing, but like a homeless guy helping me with the stream, that's interesting, you know? 5 million views just about in 30 hours. So, I mean, putting myself in situations where stuff like that can happen, it's neat. Building logos outside the store has been bombing lately. It's not as good as it once was, but some of the clips do well. Like the unpaid pizza clips have done well. This clip did better on other platforms. Getting free water got 1 million views somehow. While an employee not kicking me out got 5 million views. So, you know, my streams, they get views. I feel like it's been on a downtrend lately, but, you know, my streams get views. I have an idea for the streams that I do, and it's reasonably consistent. I get some good clips occasionally, but it doesn't really net me any main channel content. So I don't know what my main channel is going to become. I don't know. But I have a lot of ideas. I just got to commit to some. I got to get more consistent with streaming. I don't know. Really, like, if you want, like, next steps, yo, what's up, Justine White? This is, like, the closest thing you're going to get to, like, what I'd want to do. Bigger, more, higher productions, you know? I mean, just look at YouTube specifically. Didn't even break 100K views, and we were in the millions all around it, so I don't know. Don't know what the future holds. It's also sad because, like, day 15, low-key, like, I mean, it's only been a day, but just the early analytics, it's looking like it's going to end with a whimper. The like ratio is insane, like almost a 1 out of 10 on Instagram, over 1 out of 10 on TikTok, which is great. Pretty good on YouTube. Like, the people who know the series, who have seen this, they love it, and that's great. But, like retention is down. It's not getting new people in, which is the unfortunate part, but, you know, it is what it is. Unless this goes skyward out of nowhere, this is probably, like, as good as it's going to get, you know. But, you know, the class series was a bigger success than I could have ever dreamed of, for sure. I mean, one Zoom message started it all. Then shout out to MC for organizing the ideas. I want to hit up Jaden, and I want to like try and give him. I wanted to give him $1,000, but I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think I've made quite enough money to just throw that around. I'm gonna try to give Jaden $500. I'm gonna message him on Instagram, say, hey, what's your PayPal? See if he'll let me. I want to do the same for MC too, because the series wouldn't have happened without the both of you. And if we look at my analytics on YouTube, the majority of my success here, or the majority of my money I've made off of this channel, well, I want to do it MC, because like the series wouldn't have I wouldn't have gotten paid without you or without Jaden, both of y'all. So like, if this page would ever load. So if we look at all-time revenue on Austin the Wingman on YouTube, which the last 90 days should cover the whole time. Oh, maybe not. What's that? $2,000. So, you know, I did a lot of heavy lifting on this series, but, you know, the reason it exists is because of one of my most loyal viewers and some random guy who had a class with me last semester. So, they got to get their share, bro. Why so little people? Because I'm a boring fuck that nobody wants to watch. I mean, it's just, you know, YouTube doesn't have as big of a stream culture, and, you know, I'm still working to get those numbers up. C+ hamster. But, yeah, it's also the end of the stream, so there's that. But, anyways, chat, that's the class series, bro. I think that's just about everything I wanted to say about it. You got a lot of money. It was funny. I got 1 million views on that clip. Somebody was like, oh, that's a couple $1,000s. No, sweetie. I wish it was. Not quite that much. But, yeah, that's that, bro. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. It was a different stream than usual. This is more of a personal stream. Just something I wanted to do. But, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed the class series. The cat is out of the box the moment I pitched at the start of the video. If you say I'm trying to sell water on the street, how much will you get? Attention could improve. What do you mean? The cat is out of the box. Exactly by that. Join my Discord. Tell me more about that. By the way, this guy who was getting me a pizza totally scammed me, by the way. Like, this pizza is never going to show up. I'm literally going to be leaving very soon. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope y'all enjoyed the class series. Big shout out to my professors for their openness to such an unusual idea and helping me out with it. Shout out to Jaden for the original idea. Shout out to MC for refining the idea. And shout out to motherfucking me for making shit happen, bro. I could have done better on some of those days, but man, I'm the GOAT, bro. I'm the script writer. I'm the editor. I voice the lines. I fucking produce. I travel to locations. I set everything up. Proud of that shit, bro. It's a good example of some of the stuff I'm capable of. So anyways, chat, I think that's it from me. I'm graduating, bro, so it's the end of the class series. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. I'll see you in the next one, whenever and wherever it may be.